Here we go. It is botched that, but here we are. We're running it back today with Chien-Pao. Had a lot of fun with this deck yesterday, and I feel like with some better matches, we could have had a better run. So made a little yeah, so a couple of changes for the list tonight. Already off to a better start, facing Gardevoir in the first round, much better than the Lost Inbox we faced yesterday in the first round. And you know, we won this tournament last Thursday. I top 8 the week before that. So we just gotta keep the momentum going, you know? So we're going to reset. First match of the day. You'll love to see it, honestly. Alright. Here we go. It's gonna be interesting, like it always is with Chien-Pao. Still making the Lugia list. All right, Lugia is still pretty good right now. Wouldn't surprise me if it has kind of a bounce back showing in Sacramento. At least if it's not public enemy #1, people probably will. I won't be as afraid of it. So there'll probably be lots of Maride on that show up. So. Time will tell with good old Lugia. I want to make sure because like earlier PCGL didn't save my list, so I want to make sure I don't get like glitched out of a win here. It looks like everything is right. So, all right, here we go. Round 1 up against Gardevoir. Hey, good luck, Casey. Well, I think I might have some codes if you need something. I don't know if they ever sent out the code pricing from last week from this tournament. Or even the one I did on Sunday. I don't think I've entered those in, so let me know if you need any codes. I can help you out. I go in second. Bad deck goes second. It's okay. We always prefer to get that turn 2 Moonlight Shuriken. Oh, no problem. I don't really need him for anything, so if it helps somebody else out, it sure gets a lot more value for somebody else than it does for me. Okay. I could potentially open the Friggy, attach retreat back into a Mew. Yeah. Not a great hand. We're kind of relying on Radiant Greninja. We can get Radiant Greninja Rotom. I'm gonna play the heavy ball first just to be lazy, not have to deck search. Oh yeah, opening VIP is the dream, but of course, there is the law of VIP. If you have 1 in your opening hand, your opponent's guaranteed to have 1. But if your opponent has 2 in their hand, you are guaranteed to have 0. It's the scientific property of Battle VIP Pass. But the good news is sometimes opening Chien-Pao is kind of bad in against certain decks, but Gardevoir is kind of a very. It'd be very difficult for Gardevoir to be hitting 220 turn 2. It is possible, but it pretty much takes Gardy drawing the nuts to get it. So my opponent having to retreat the reversal energy is a good sign. What's up, Albert? I'm doing fine. How about you? Always a good time when we're playing Pokemon cards. I got a league challenge this weekend, so might end up on Chien-Pao for it. I'm still not sure. I'm relatively inexperienced with Chien-Pao compared to a lot of other decks. I know it's a league challenge, you don't necessarily have to be ultra experienced, but I know someone who is going to be there got top 32 at Peoria, so I can't just be an absolute scrub. Pricing double SER is a bit annoying. Okay. Oh, thank you, Zed. Pricing double SER, so we gotta be careful. He's on a Friggy. Well, I'm kind of scared. I think we still get the Rotom. I kind of have to get on a second Friggy though, just so Cresselia can't be a threat. I might end up using FSS for Irida. Not that I really want to. I prefer to be able to hold it for at least 1 turn. Oh, thank you, Albert. I really appreciate that. Okay, we can Arven for a VIP pass. We're chilling. So does my opponent play Mew EX? No, so I don't need to worry about the Cross Cologne totally saucing me. I think we can just get double Friggy. We keep the 1 in the hands, then now an extra card. We can get the 4 Seal Stone here. There is no Lost Vacuum, so we don't have to worry about any of that. I'm going down. So all in all, about the best possible first turn we could ask for. Have a okay, like a good but not great following hands. I'd like to be able to get the Cross Cologne turn 2. It's looking like a bit of a stretch currently because the Rotom didn't really do anything for us. Yeah, but Candy was a good find. We still have the Forest Sealstone. We have Top Deck. We have Conceal Card. I'm honestly not too upset with that Iono. My hand like really wasn't that scripted backs off the top. I mean, our hand's about the same, pretty much equivalent. Yeah, Kricketune over Mew-EX because like there's not really any attacks that Mew can copy that we really care. And Kricketune can hold Forest Sealstone, which is a bit of an issue for this deck. Means like 2 things that can hold Forest Sealstone. The card can get an insane amount of value. Technically, the top cards did was Ultra Ball. I know we still ripped Baxcalibur, but oh, nice! That is awesome, Mind Games. What deck did you play? Always love to hear you guys doing well. Oh yeah, I don't want to mess around. I'm not gonna just be here. Well, I think it makes it better for like the people who are watching the VOD back because like they don't want to. I mean, they're instantly gonna skip just me sitting around for 20 minutes before the games, and also I mean, I wouldn't put up with me for 20 minutes before a stream, so I don't know why you guys would. You see back, sorry, no problem, Sid. So we're gonna have to get down another Friggy because my opponents. But there's no Manaphy on the board. I don't even need Cross Cologne. But would you though? Oh well, awesome. I'm happy that I'm always happy to hear you guys doing well. But yeah, my opponent just straight up not having Manaphy. I wonder if it's prize because surely you take the turn off attacking and get Manaphy down over just trying to take out a Friggy. And so I mean, fine by me. We have the Cross Cologne. Or we don't even need Cross Cologne. We just take out both the Curlias. Yes, this is what oh my goodness, deck is cracked. Script is broken. Okay. Unless you're on the other Friggy, we at least have to respect that backs could get gusted down. I'm gonna Concealed first. We'll see what this hits. Right? I mean, I get Irida. I don't know what the correct sequencing is here. Okay. Well, so we get other Baxcalibur. Or let's get the Manaphy and SCR just for another discardable card. I think that's what we want to go for. I always want to keep Forest Sealstone for basically as long as possible. Just so we have a bit more resilience around that Iono. So I can do this and hard retreat. Does suck to use an SCR, but I think it's totally worth it to take an extra prize card here off both of their Curlias. So let's go ahead and use the SCR. We'll get rid of Manaphy and an Ultra Ball, I think. And there we go. Pretty much the ideal turn 2. Like, we don't even have to have the Cross Cologne, so probably prize Manaphy. I'll just put the energy down here. Well, I don't know if I needed to do that or not. I guess like I'm probably chasing Gardevoir next turn, so yeah, it's fine. And odds are pretty good we draw SCR off the prizes. And they're gonna have like no draw. They're basically stuck with the hand that they have. Like if they want to go Zacian and KO my Chien-Pao, I don't really care. Like Cresselia would be mildly annoying, but I have the Super Rod. I actually did not draw an SCR. That's like okay. Wouldn't it be funny if we just like run out of gas because like our last 2 prizes are superior? It's okay. Or we're in a pretty commanding position early on. Just too easy to get too much value. Like if my opponent would have got Manaphy instead of the Cresselia, like they wouldn't have taken a prize card, but their board would be a lot stronger. I couldn't have got the Cross Cologne. And like not having to use the Sealstone to get all that was really nice. So we're just like still able to find good cards, because we're gonna start getting spams with Ionos probably every single turn the rest of the game. Also doing this well without PokéStop. Like, I have pretty bad luck of drawing stop early in games. Looks like our Friggy's gonna get sniped again, so we're gonna have to use Super Rod and do that all over again. I was actually benching Zacian. Interesting call. I actually could use Frog again for 2 prizes. That might just be the play. Just take out their ults again, take out the Mew. We get our hand taken away. I still have the Forest Seal Stone. Retreats. Wait, what? This seems like such a poor trade. Wow. This is like a 1 for 2 trade. I mean, I guess you kind of have to respect the Radiant Greninja. I feel like your hope to get back in this game has to be Cresselia to snipe Friggy. Like I have Seal Stone, so like you can't. I'm guaranteed to have at least a playable hands. This is just such an awful trade. I probably just knocked this out. That's what I just worry about an Iono to 2. So honestly, if I could use the Greninja, I kind of still want to go for it, just because like they don't have a response to that. Okay. Cross Switchers, my goodness. Let's just do this. I kind of want to get the other Chien-Pao on the board this turn if I'm taking the Zacian knockout, but I prefer to keep the Forest Seal Stone still intact. So there's the PokéStop. Totally fine with the discards there. Let's go ahead and get down the other Chien-Pao. I'm only putting 2 in this list. I'll explain it all in a moment. We'll do super colds. We actually need like a couple different. We need like the double cross. Oh man, imagine if I KO on this Gardevoir. That pretty. Wait, no, I do. If I want it, I have it. Right? No, I retreat and then get the energy back. No, I don't have it. I'm a lot. Well, I mean, I do technically. This just ends the game, right? Like, what do they do about this? I just get. I put water energy back in. And I just win, don't I? Wait, no. Hold up. I should have put back in multiple waters. Bad throw by me. Hopefully I didn't mess this up. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Yeah, this is pretty much the game. Cause like now this roll has to be big guardy, and then they're not hitting. If they're hitting knockout next turn, it's with Zacian. So, and we kept the Forest Seal intact. Okay, I thought I messed up there for a second when I only chucked back in the 1 water. But we're okay. We're fine. This should be it. And there's the Penny making an appearance. So the changes I made from yesterday is I'm playing all 60 HP Frigibax now. Just because I heard the 70 HP one is not usually going to, like, ideally we're drawing so well against Lost Box that it doesn't matter. Like, hopefully our Baxes are fully evolved by then. I'm choosing to play Penny instead of Iono just because against Lost Box, Iono is really only useful on exactly 1 turn, right? Only on that turn where there are like 3 2-price cards. But Penny is good at pretty much any point in the game. It lets us attack early with Chien-Pao and keep like the pressure going. Sometimes it feels pretty bad to attack with a Chien-Pao early because like pretty much going to be a negative price trade most of the time. And also it can be useful in just any other matchup of just picking up the Rotom just to take 2 prizes off the board. It can just help us be like almost transition into a single prize deck sometimes. Bro, busted stall. It did come at the expense of 3rd Chien-Pao, and that is like a little scary, I think, because prizing can get weird. We have a lot of things that Heavy Ball likes to find, but also there's matchups like Miraidon, like Lugia, where we do not want a 2-prizer in the active spot on our first turn. It's really difficult to move a Chien-Pao if we open it turn 1. So I don't necessarily mind cutting one. It makes Super Rod a pretty high priority card in the late game. But overall, I think it should be okay. But the one concern with Penny is we have very little search just to go out and get it. And it also always can just get chucked away by PokéStop. Actually, a pretty good play by my opponent. Oh, crud. And both SCRs are prized still. Oh, no. I, might have lost now. If I can just drop SCR, I win, but they're my last two prizes. I've probably lost, huh? I mean, both bosses are down. No, wait, they have one boss left. I thought they milled one off of stop. Hold up. No way. Absolutely no way. I mean, even if we drew SCR, we still wouldn't quite have game. Oh, no. I was just, kind of in autopilot. I was just, ready to pack it up. Well, this is scary. We might have lost this game, actually, somehow. I was, talking about how great my list was rolling here. Man, my opponent's definitely playing to their outs. Absolutely tragic that double superior. Yeah, we have double superior in the prize cards. I thought just taking out the Guardy was just straight up the game. But I definitely overlooked that. We have so yeah, they have it. They have boss. That's 7 energies. Dang it! I thought I had this one. Wait, no. No, they don't have it yet. Hold up. We top deck stop. We top deck stop. For sure. So it's probably just snipes the active and just forces me to have game this turn. Sniping anything else would be a misplay. Moongle reverse. Should just carry the Frigibax. And they do. So we're gonna top deck PokéStop, right? Oh my goodness. PokéStop? I mean, Irida. Okay, Irida can keep us moving. We can get this. We can get the one other SER. We can still get there somehow. This is ridiculous. Okay. Let's just find Cross Switcher and let's win. PokéStop, you're making me really work for this one. Please, deck, I want a Cross Switcher. No! Absolutely no way. We can't win the game with Radiant Greninja. Dang. Tragic. I couldn't have thinned with a Shivery at all. There it is. There it is. Maybe I should have taken the Zacian. But then still, Big Guardy Iono is kind of scary, but... I think I made the right play. It's unfortunate to have 2 SERs in the prize cards. Because I don't think there's really anything that we can do now. Because I just... I take this Nox, and there's 5 or 4 energies into this card pile. And they win. I can't just go Moonlight Shuriken, not Moonlight Shuriken, but... Yeah, that is incredibly tragic. So I guess we just take the knockout with the Chien-Pao. We were close. We almost pulled that one. I was sure we just absolutely won the game. Crazy though. I mean, my opponent played to their outs, so hats off to them. That was 100% the play that they had to make. And usually we should be fine if we have... My hand was pretty much all reliant on that Sealstone. I still made the right play of just not popping Sealstone. But that was crazy. My opponent actually top decked boss. Or found boss of the prizes or something, but dang. That game hurts to drop, honestly. We were pretty much in control till we weren't. And we still almost got there. That hurts. Like, I still 100% never used it for a Seal Stone. Oh, man. Feels so bad. I was like, I thought we were chilling. And like, I probably should have when I did the whole shift reach. Well, no, yeah, I probably should have put back in 2 waters and Greninja. So then I could have gone with, I could have shift reached for 1 more, and like ideally I'm hitting 1 SER off the prizes to win it. It's just crazy. Those were my last 2 prizes. Like, I should win if I have 1 more. But it just be that way sometimes. That's Pokemon cards. So a little over 100 people. Hey, nice. I actually beat Mew with the goo. Really would love to see it. Playing not playing Tomb either, and still getting the dub over Gooj or over Mew is pretty impressive. Playing the Temple of Sinnoh. Okay. What did you cut from the? Oh, it's music. Well, no. I might draw a blank on this. Oh, I mean, okay. I play Tomb, and you play Collapse or Temple. Okay. that took me a moment. So what all do we have today? Lost Box and Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao's like been slowly being the most played deck for a bit now, and it hasn't really been performing all that great. The win rate still is staying pretty low. It's okay. We 100% win out from this by 7 rounds, so 6-1, 5-1-1, something like that. Sinnoh can be good. It's like best combined with Roxanne in the late game. It's like kind of iffy because like you have to actually have it at the end, and that can be difficult to do if you're getting your hand taken away by your opponents. But like it's an interesting card. Like, it's probably best for the Lugia matchup. Lugia is kind of on the decline. But also it can do stuff against Mew. Unlikely though with how much cards that they can draw. I guess can be kind of funny against Gardevoir. Yeah, I think Miraidon was like a pretty good meta call for Peoria. Just people like what Miraidon like really like. Miraidon's matches where it's like just so kind of dumb. Cause like it doesn't look super outstanding on paper. Like negative to Guardy, negative to LCP, negative to Tina. But if most of the room is colorless Lugia, then that definitely helps out a lot. But then like your Charizard matchup isn't great. I feel like a good player should be like even to favorite into Charizard. But it's like on paper, Miraidon doesn't look that impressive. I also think 61% win rate against Chien-Pao is just kind of bogus because like that matchup is just utterly a coin flip. I guess like the Chien-Pao player or the Miraidon player can go judge path and maybe steal a game here and there because of that. But I think realistically it shouldn't be too much over 50-50. I guess Miraidon's gonna be well, maybe that's actually not too far from the truth because like Miraidon's gonna set up more frequently than Chien-Pao. Interesting to see how things play out in Sacramento. I definitely could see more single strike Lugia showing up than colorless, just because single strike is me better into Mew and Miraidon. I'm your goat. All right. Yeah, Miraidon is just kind of that. Miraidon definitely has its strengths. Like it's one of the most consistent decks in formats. It's a fast deck, so you don't have to worry about time too much, which definitely is important. It's like also not too high skill, so you don't have to worry about like just burning out after 4 rounds. Yeah, it's definitely a deck where you can beat better players just because you're going to get into the game, and you can, yeah, you can steal a game here and there. Am I Paul? Yeah, this is actually a Paulo Banchero shirt. It's a number 5 Magic shirt, so I am for sure. Not my favorite player on the Magic, but one of my favorite guys. This meta game is just so interesting because like there really isn't a BDIF. I guess like BDIF is a lost Kyogre when you have a Canadian playing it. But like seriously, there There really isn't a deck that's like, no. Yeah, well, I feel like this meta is like kind of gotten stale quicker because it's sort of the same since PAL Day Evolve came out. Like, yeah, we do have Charizard getting thrown in here, which if you combine all decks, Charizard is the most played deck. But like also just the lack of impacts cards across every single archetype, like things basically staying unchanged aside from this is pretty boring, honestly. But I think overall in terms of competitive balance, this is one of the more balanced metagames we've seen in a very long time. I'm like sort of scared of what the future of like Paradox Rift is gonna be. Like, yeah, and even Mew's like pretty fringe. Like Charizard is its own. I'm like not a big Charizard fan. I don't think the deck is bad. Like Charizard's still a respectable pick in this metagame. It's just never something I personally. I tried the other day on stream, just wasn't for me. Yeah, Mew helped Lugia. I mean, since some of the Miraidon lists play it, some of the Guardian lists played it, but like it really was only an impacts card in colorless, and then colorless just totally fell flat, pretty much like 2 in top 32, and that was it. So after being hyped as like the best deck, I guess that's sort of be expected when you have a metagame where everything is so close together. If one deck receives a ton of hype, you kind of have to wonder, like, you know, the top players are playing to beat that deck. So that was kind of my theory with colorless. Like, that's kind of why I like sort of pivoted off it towards the end, because I was like, I'm kind of worried that the smartest people in the room will be playing to beat my deck. I don't want to have an unfavored matchup against the smartest players in the room. I don't think Charizard is for Timmy's necessarily. Like, I know it kind of flooded the ladder because everyone got the deck for free. Oh, nice. Going to League is a great time. So, and Turbo LZB is not that expensive of a deck. Like, the most expensive card is probably Dragonite, right? First time in a decade, dang. Our Dragonite is still about like $10. Because I feel like when I bought mine, it was about like $10. Crazy how like there always seems to be like some sort of box promo that becomes like super playable. Like it was Trevenant Dusknoir, it was Dragonite. Like I know Dragonite wasn't just in the box, but like Evolving Skies is a ridiculously expensive set. Stones are 15, dang. I guess like okay. I guess I pulled some stones from some pop packs. I forgot Forest Seal so much. And that's kind of interesting. I guess there's quite a few decks that play Forest Seal. You got Charizard, you got some Guardies. You have Miraidon, Lost Box. Okay. That makes sense now that I think about it. And Mew. I just like I never bought Forest Seals. I pulled them. So yeah, I've only ever played Forest Seal IRL once anyway at League with Kyogre. I'm pretty excited though to see how Sacramento goes. I'm not going, but I feel like it should be like it's gonna be interesting to see what the next step is. It wouldn't surprise me if like Miraidon takes colorless Lugia's spot as the second most played deck. Oh, prize packs are awesome. Prize packs are like the biggest reason to just go chill, play a couple rounds at League. Those things are insane, and some of the cards like you can flip them right away and like instantly like make your money. Like it's kind of crazy. Like I pulled the Gardevoir the other weekends. I keep all I've sold like a couple cards that I pulled. Like out of Series 2, I pulled the Charizard V-Star, so I sold that obviously because that's stupid expensive, and it's that card I'm never gonna play. But I open all my packs. I might sell some of the single cards. Like I don't have to play like a $40 Gardevoir play stamp. Like I can just play with my regular Gardevoir and pay for a few weeks of a League. My League is $5, so you get one prize pack for entering for $5, and if you do well enough, you can get more. So like usually you get like three prize packs for $5, and usually you can get cards that are equivalent to more value. So I don't know how much I sold the Charizard for. It was definitely a lot, like a lot more than I think that card should be worth. Yeah, I made pretty good profit on that Charizard. On like whatever. So that was at a league challenge. It was like $10 entry. So yeah. But I mean I pulled RC. I mean, yeah, in my area it's a $5. I mean, not bad for like what you get. It's fine. You can just support your local game store. I know for a fact they do not give out like for league. There might be 10 people there. 50 bucks goes in. They're not giving 50 bucks in a prizing out. So I mean, it helps the store. We get some prize packs. We have a good time. Yeah, but for league challenge, that will be pretty exciting. I actually, in my area, there's a league challenge on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I think I'm only going to the Sunday one, or to the Saturday one. I'm not like too stressed about just like maxing out on league challenges unless it's like Q2. And I have a league challenge next month. I have one this weekend. I already have 2 top 4 finishes. Like, I'm not like super worried about maxing out yet. Like, and if my invite comes down to like 10 points, I mean, that would suck. But I'm still gonna have to have a couple strong regional / IC finishes to really get my invite this year. I just need, I think, player ID and like, I mean, at least for me, I just tell them my player ID and date of birth, which is pretty easy. Like Vulpix is very annoying for decks like Chien-Pao. It can be annoying for Miraidon, not so much that it's pivoted back to path builds. It's pretty good against Charizard, very good against colorless. Like Flying Pika, also very good into colorless, but not so much into other things. Like being lightning weak kind of limits its versatility against Miraidon, just because like Rote Boss is just 3 prizes. Also, Vulpix can be pretty good against Gardevoir as well. I would think so. I got my pop ID in like 2014, 2015. I don't think you have to update it or anything. Alright, we're against the winning list from Peoria. A pretty bad matchup for us. I mean, yeah, I got my pop ID similar time to that. So I would think it would still be good. But I don't know for 100% certainty. I think my first tournament was in like 2014, and like I haven't had to like refresh my pop ID or anything. I wonder how many digits pop IDs are now. Like if it's, I don't know if like the pop ID is like random or like just goes in order, like slowly like counts up. I think it does like counts up. So like I wonder how long they are now. Imagine you're like the person who has like the pop ID like 1. Huh. Well, Omnibo did give me a shout out in the last online results video, so that was that was pretty cool. Like he didn't just say like, oh, Alloutblitzle is a channel. He's like, Alloutblitzle, he's always streaming these tournaments with all sorts of different decks. It's like, well, kind of went above and beyond there. I was like pretty good. I think he like pinned my comment and everything. Like Joe's an absolute legend. Like it's not just because he shouted me off, but my favorite PokeTuber, at least Pokemon TCG. I don't watch the other stuff. All right, is my opponent gonna check in? Or did they already check in? But they did check in. There we go. They're right there. In your opinion, if you had to only watch one Pokemon TCG YouTuber, who are you picking? And you don't have to say me. It will not make me mad. I'm doing fine, Blaziken. Had a pretty tough last game where we were I mean Cap, but okay. What's mine? Mine's 7 also. I'm not gonna drop my pop ID like on stream. I don't want anyone to like steal my pop ID. I guess you need my date of birth too, and you're not getting it. You don't know what that is. But oh, I lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, it was against Guardy Blaziken. And I thought I was like up really big. I thought I had the game in the bag. But my last 2 prizes were 2 of my 3 remaining SERs and we couldn't close. It was pretty I don't really like. I watch lots of Omnipoke. I'll occasionally watch an Azul video. I like like the content James Cox makes. Like that's some of my favorite. Like just how well edited like his tournament recap videos are. I really enjoy that. I think I opened the Kricketune. Like it can soak a hit and get pennied. Yeah, Azul is fine. Like I'm not like a big Azul fan, but like I a lot of people would like consider him like the goat poke like the goat PokéTuber. However, I'm not afraid of Turn 1 Ninja. I just like want to set up. Yeah, I've watched Steelers Network before. He's just like not exactly my favorite. Like his content is improved a lot since like original Steelers Network. Like before his videos were incredibly boring. But it's a lot better now. I'm like still not a huge fan though. Oh, that's awesome, Larry. I appreciate it. Just for like any honest feedback, like what makes you watch all the way through my videos? Just is it the entertainment value? Is it the information? Is it or something else? Tori is a little too slow paced for me. Like, I mean, you kind of get that with someone who plays as slow as he does. Like, yeah, it's just a little too slow for me. He used to. I mean, he used to like upload a lot on like the TCG Park YouTube channel. My one is like, kind of in a weird spot bench space wise because like if they want to go cram turn 1, they don't have a spot for Pidgeots. And he also used to have his own like toward TCG channel, but he hasn't uploaded it on in like 2 years. And I don't think TCG Parks had a new Tord video in a while. Honestly, I feel like that's kind of like a missed opportunity for a lot of Pokemon streamers. Like I know a lot of them are busy on their own tournament grinds and stuff. But oh, they didn't want to attach their own Forest Seal, and I guess they only have 4. They're like still a ways away. Like since I started streaming these tournaments basically daily, like or 3, 4, 5 times a week, my views and subs and all that has like exploded. And I feel like, at least for me, this is more exciting than just watching someone play ladder, because like ladder really isn't a goal. And like at least with this, like you feel like you're all cheering for like a common cause here, where like ladder just like kind of gets a little boring after a little bit, not gonna lie. Like it's always really hype when you like, see someone doing well and it's like, oh man, he's getting so close to getting that dub, but that's like a missed opportunity. Like it's not hard to play in tournaments. Plenty of people are a lot more entertaining than I am, are a lot better players than I am. Yeah, Tord is TCG Park, just doesn't upload too much anymore. I haven't seen a Tord TCG Park video in a bit. Like, if you can do gameplay videos, Blaziken, that's where it's at. It's hard to make Pokemon content without playing PTCGL. It really is kind of like the gold standard video to just like, in terms of like what people watch. Yo, I'm super close to the Cross Cologne here. Irida can secure, well, actually, I would need an SER. And I want to go for it, though. And that'd just be so much value. Well, like, look at my channel. I make those guide videos. It's like super hardcore guide for like a deck that I'm very proud of. And it gets like so little views relatively. It's like kind of, oof. It's kind of frustrating because I put like 4 hours into that video. But then I just like spend an hour and a half on a gameplay video. And it just like does super well. And it's like sort of frustrating in a way because like it's not fun content to make. It's very very repetitive and like kind of the same thing over and over again. But it works. Like you can't really, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm gonna just have to take the knockout Chien-Pao. Like that's why. I am yeah, I'm I'm a big sports guy for sure. I've been watching a little bit of the baseball playoffs. I think it's funny how all the best teams are doing so bad. I think tournament report videos are cool. But like, if you have like a fun deck, you can get like a solid game where you can like either show off, like you can show something cool off about the deck, whether it be like an exciting game or funny moments. Like people enjoy that. Like, I mean, there's just gonna be people who just like search out that kind of content because they're not confident in themselves as deck builders and like want someone else's opinion first. Oh, I really strive to be very genuine as a person. Like, I don't, like, even when I'm looking at deck lists, rating my opponent's gameplay, rating my own gameplay, I try to just not hold back any punches. Like, I really, oh yeah, that's another one. I've been watching a lot of Jared Grimes content lately. He does an amazing job, and it might not be like the most exciting stuff, like very minimal editing at all. But like some of his like strategy videos are like super good. Like just how not only the like, strategies he like talks about, but, like the way he conveys them in a manner that it makes sense. And it's really cool. I even watched like his Peoria vlog yesterday. Like not exactly like super exciting, like well edited and dramatic effects and sound effects and stuff, but like it's still a good piece of content. Like yeah, but I definitely can see just people like, I mean, I was having that own struggle before I decided to like upgrade the setup here, get a better computer so I could start streaming and stuff. It was very hard to like basically go post every day with like something new without gameplay. Yes, that is, and I also like how he like still keeps it interesting too. Like what he did for his NAIC tournament recap, with like the fake gameplay or whatever. That was really cool. Like it was a way to keep it engaging. While also like being very informative. I feel like that's like the ultimate piece of content. I mean, probably not Blaziken. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try, but I wouldn't have my hopes too high. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but I did it. Yeah, probably wouldn't be amazing, but like also at some point you just gotta put yourself out there. I mean, why is stop not cooperating? Like I'm one piece away. Man. Because I can get one, but not the other. I can get like... Dang, this is like really tough. Okay, let's... Like even my audio is like not amazing. Like I'm not gonna say I got great audio quality over here. Like I can get the Cross Switcher, then I'm just lacking energy. I can get SER, but then I'm pretty just overall tough position to be in. We can't really afford to miss too much against this deck. Unfortunately, we're missing. And my other Baxcalibur is prized. Oh no. I don't really want to swing with backs, but I kind of have to. Like, at least have to just take this Zamazenta out of play. Did I mill my own Manaphy? No, it's also just prized. Okay. Yeah, I think if you're engaging with your chat, like the gameplay is still good and stuff. Like it's not gonna be anything like super fancy, like you're out here getting hundreds of views. Yeah, it depends on what like also if you use OBS, you can like put filters on your mic and it sounds like lots better. Like My I'm sure like if I just took all the filters off my mic for off my mic for this video, it would sound like trash. But like you can do a lot of things to make it sound better. I guess yeah, you can. There's like videos on like how to turn like a budget mic into like sounding awesome with settings and stuff. 2005 YouTube audio. It's kind of painful to go back and watch some of those like old videos because it's just like how far editing and equipment has come. It's just like, ew, how did we watch this in the past? I mean, technically I don't either, like, but like the built-in mic of my computer is like pretty good, so. Hashtag hashtag rare Mac W. Alright, my opponents. Did he get almost sends it back? Yeah, kinda has to get almost sends it back. Well, even for my like videos, I have like there's like something on like the other side of the wall to me that I think it's like the furnace or something. It makes like a buzzing now, a buzzing sound. It's like really annoying if I took everything off. Like I doubt anyone would like want to listen with that annoying buzzing sound. But yeah, yeah, you can definitely throw some filters on it and get rid of it. And sometimes like if you do it too much of like the audio editing stuff, you sound like it sounds bad. But like, if you can like, find the right balance of filters and stuff, you can get some pretty good quality out of. Yeah. Like there's like lots of videos on how to turn like a $50 mic off Amazon into some serious heat. Alright, I'm gonna have to find Super Rod. Okay, I'm gonna just, well, I don't, like, a Cross Cologne isn't bad here. Yeah, I don't really just hate getting Cross Cologne. We're getting it for sure, trust. Irida is awesome. I'm gonna stop first, then Greninja. Oh my goodness. I still have to hit Super Rod though. Like, come on. Please, deck, you've not been... I have like every good card now. But no, my other Baxcalibur is prized. This is like so frustrating, honestly. I can't really do anything then. Down 4 cards, a rope. I mean, being bench locked is something. 2 ropes. It's only, if it's Raymond's list, it's only 3 ropes. Okay, I'm always playing Irida. This is like so unfortunate. Like we couldn't find Rod. We couldn't find Forest Sealstone or Arven or just like I hate blaming things on luck. It's not a good thing to do. But it just gets frustrating sometimes. Like, what more am I supposed to do? So there's 2 energies down, 4 in play, 2 in the lost zone. Alright, see you Blaziken. Let me check. 11 energies total, 6, 8. So there's still plenty left, to be honest. But we know that they're pretty low on energies. So let's just try to maybe slow them down for a turn. I don't know. I'm not going to Super Rod yet because like I want to just punch PokéStop instantly next turn. And I don't want to mill my Baxcalibur. I'm not getting my hand disrupted. It's just like so unfortunate that this is the hand we've been dealt. Man, an 0-2 drop would be pretty tragic. Oh yeah, for sure, boss. But how do you change with the prize card mechanic? Like I think prize cards is like not that bad. It's like it feels worse in a deck like Chien-Pao than most other decks. Okay, my opponent just has... I just spend a water energy, but that's not a psychic energy. And like, I guess this is where Iono is like better than a Penny. Chuck back the energy early though. Oh, I guess if my opponent just had Radiant Greninja, that'd been awful. That'd been really bad. Yeah, carrying the Frigibax but 90 on the Kricketune would have just been the game. Huh. Getting them to use the recycler early though, like, pretty solid. Irida again. Alright, fun. let's just do this. All right, cool. Everything is awesome. So then let's play Rod. Let's put back in Baxcalibur. Let's put back in. Do I even really need anything else, to be honest? I guess another Friggy, potentially. Well, no, not even really. I don't like ice. Yeah, we don't really need another Friggy. Even like water energies are like kind of mid. Sure, we'll just do this. 1 second. XYZ. So I could just go Cross Cologne here. I don't think that's too bad. I think I Cross Cologne KO Manaphy and then try to close out with the Cologne again next turn, right? Alright, Candy Backs. SER, just get rid of the Chien-Pao. Well, I don't really need. Well, no, I could use Nest Ball. I could definitely use Nest Ball. Let's just do this. I can get Roxanne then next turn, so that is low-key pretty scary. Let's just concealed cards. Can I get Forest Sealstone? Bro can just not get Forest Sealstone, I guess. Alright. We are still fine. Absolutely fine. Cause like this guy's getting knocked out. I guess like a rope would be kind of annoying. But make sure you play Canceling Cologne. And then we go KO Manaphy and KO a Comfey. I played the other Cologne to KO Zamazenta early. So I'm out of Colognes, but they have to get back Manaphy now this turn. So there's Hisuian Heavy. I guess Kyogre could win them the game this turn, but they have lots of energies in play, so it'd be difficult to Kyogre. Promoting the Radiant Greninja. No! Oh man, that is... I've done that before in PTCG when the Mirage Gate attachment was different, but that is tragic. Okay, maybe he's going for the win this turn. What did we but didn't promote Zamazenta. And I guess... Okay, Pidgeot V. Is the other... Do we know what the other Super Rod is? Okay, no, we don't know where it is. Could very well be in the prize cards. We know most of the deck is energies. Yeah, they use 3 gates, 2 rods, and a recycler, so they're gonna like have to pretty much have the sauce here. A lot of switching cards as well. As energies committed on the Zamazenta, a couple in the Lost Zone. Surprised they used the Pidgeot before the concealed cards. Like, oh man. Well, best of luck on the homework. I'm hoping to avoid a O2 drop myself. But like my opponent did bench lock themselves. Wouldn't it be something if they were what? Okay, they're going. There's no way you have Kyogre. You have 2 energies left. In this Chien-Pao, what is even going on? Okay, probably Manaphy goes back in, right? No. What is bro doing? Echoing Horn's gone. There's 5 energies just stranded. So at most they can have 6. At most they can do 150 damage with Aqua Storm. They've lost. They did not put Manaphy back on the board. They've 100% through. Bro overcooked. And then like what? Why do you throw the energies back just to draw them? What? I'm so confused. I really don't have too much business being in this game, honestly. Like, I'm so confused on what my opponent is trying to accomplish today. Like, didn't even play Roxanne or anything. Like, what line are you even going for? You have 2 in the Lost Zone. Like, 5 total that you just do not have access to for this turn. Surf? I mean, yeah, for sure. I guess my opponent just like must have miscalculated their resources. Kyogre's one of your weirder matchups. Yeah, I don't even know what line my opponent has here. Like, I guess like if they would have put back Manaphy. Okay, just gonna spit, but it doesn't have any switching cards left. All 4 cards are down. Okay, I just win. I had top deck Rod, so I had game regardless. Unless they were able to redrop Manaphy, but wow. Alright. Well, we take it? All I had to do was just be concerned about going 0-2 dropping the games like, Blitzle, I got you, bro. And just I mean, hopefully this doesn't start some sort of conspiracy theory that tournament players are tournament players against Alloutblitzle are paid actors. I don't want to see any of you guys doing that. That would be very unfortunate. We definitely take those. All right, getting the dub. Feels good to win that game with how like bad everything went. Like we really couldn't, like, we set up. We were just missing like a piece every single turn. Yeah, he didn't use Lost Mine a single time. That is hilarious. That was just such a bizarre game. I don't know if he like thought he could use Kyogre, but then realized that too many energies were stuck on the Zamazenta. So then he's like trying, like, you should just put Manaphy back in there. I don't know. I think he thought that like he could just go like Kyogre and win the game. Like 3 prizes on my bench, Kyogre wins it. But didn't actually have the energies necessary to Kyogre. But there's still gonna be luck involved into that too. It probably loud enough? What do you mean? I mean, there's still gonna be like variants where like people are just like, I guess that means like less bricky hands too, because you see like the top 13 cards for your deck, so less likely to dead draw. I still, I don't know how you really fix it on it. Like, I don't think price cards are really that bad. It's like kind of like the control in the Pokemon TCG. It does definitely feel awful to like lose games because your price cards suck. I don't think. I mean, like the community's cried for more prizing for years. Finally happened this year. I mean, not that I remember of just like, I mean, the community's got people banned, like a Burbank circulating videos of people cheating. Definitely probably accelerated that process. But in terms of like actually getting a rule changed, none that I can think of. I know people kind of hated back in the day attacking going first, and like there'd be a time where you like play a Garbodor deck, and like the Garbage Collection Trubbish, objectively the best Trubbish, 60 HP, has an attack that lets you flip a coin and put a trainer card back into your deck. But you couldn't play that because the Plasma player could use their Deoxys and knock it out on the first turn, and if they went first. So if you opened the just lone Trubbish and Deoxys could just knock out on the first turn, you could just lose before you got a chance to do anything. I think a lot of people were very unhappy with like the turn 1 attack rule. I don't think anyone was upset to see that get taken away. Well, pricing 1 is 1 in 10. So what? Pricing, it's, I mean, gonna be more than, it isn't like pricing 1 in 10, so it'd be 1 in 10. I don't want to do the math. Not good. No. Yeah, third backs would feel good to have in here. Because like a random PokéStop mill is because of pricing. But also just, I feel like every card in this deck is good. Like, S-Tomb's the worst card in this deck. And I probably wouldn't be playing Tomb most of the time, but I know I'm gonna have to beat Mew at this league challenge. ChatGPT. I mean, I could. Yeah, that is very true, XYZ. Pretty good comp. Like, I don't like playing Tomb in like any deck. But then I'm the best player in the room on Saturday is going to be on Fusion Mew, so like I can't just like scoop to them. And I feel like Chien-Pao is good against like probably the rest of the room. I know locals could be in chat, so if they snipe me, so what? Alright, 2 matches left. We Fusion Mew doing well. Straight Vulpix? What the heck? Lost Vulpix at 1-1. Actually, losing to Chien-Pao is kind of funny. What else do we have here doing well? Magnezone? What is this? Like straight Magnezone? Okay, that seems like kind of a... Like, yeah, it also has utility against Zard and Lugia. So it's like not, yeah, totally dead card. Like Drapion's very one-dimensional. These two mess, like, but also two mess sometimes has negative synergy with my deck because like I want to be using Rotom turn 1 to be the best possible chance of having an insane turn 2, and I can open Tomb sometimes and just totally shut off my own Rotom and just like exactly, boss. Yeah, who's got time for math? Period. Let alone at 1 a.m. It's like Tomb isn't a seamless fit in this deck, but also it's like seeing DTE do so well at Peoria. And that's easily Chien-Pao's worst matchup. So I don't want to just like scoop to that, especially like Sacramento. You know DT is going to show up. People love Mew, and people always flock to decks that do well. So yeah, I kind of think Penny is like on paper it doesn't seem great. Like, why isn't this Iono? It has like some niche utility, being able to like double Shivery Chill in a turn, being able to like double conceal cards. But like the main idea is against Lost Box, I can pick up a 2-prizer, and that should be like Penny is good at any point in the game against Lost Box. Like, as long as I can pick up a 2-prizer and get value out of it, Penny is fine. Whereas Iono, I have to have it right at the end, like right when they're down to 3, 2, 1 prize. That's pretty hard to do when I have PokéStop. There's always the chance that PokéStop just goes rogue and just mills my 1-up supporter card. And also, they're going to be dropping their own Rock Sands on me, and I still have to find my own hand disruption card. Probably, that's interesting. You're probably not most of the time going to have to discard energies. You could be like, maybe pick up the Baxcalibur. Why do you ever pick up Bax? Probably Penny is still better in this deck. But I definitely can see situationally, like the Professor Sada card or whatever it is, or is it Professor Turo? Whatever professor it is that does it. Could definitely, like, also something like Gardevoir is, like, that plays Penny before is 100% playing that card instead. Like, being able to, like, making so, like, a Guardy X can't get trapped, or Chilling Rain Guardy can't get trapped, and you still, like, you don't care about discarding energies. Like, that's what the deck does. It accelerates energies. Or even when, like, there's sometimes those board states where Guardy has, like, collapse off a Pokemon to get energies back in the discard pile. But they just use the AZ and do that instead. So, I don't know really, like, what other decks we played, like, aside from Guardy. But, like, Guardy isn't even playing, like, Thornton Penny right now, so... It's a card, you know, like, has a like not overpowering effect, but it's pretty good. It should be strong eventually. Okay, timeout once again. Another tie. Kind of crazy. I have two tables tie again. Or only one. Never mind. Well, I kind of think it's funny when like all the players come out and be like, "No, we want to play. We only do it because like the team makes us." When like, what are the Warriors gonna do if Steph Curry says I'm playing tonight? Are they gonna seriously be like, "No, Steph, you can't"? Like it definitely helps the athletes. Like, I mean, the team that are doing it are smart. They're trying to like conserve their best players for the playoffs. It sucks for the fans. It screws over like primetime matchups sometimes. Yeah, for sure. Like they can flip the whole narrative on their team in a moment, but like they can't be like, you know what, team doctor, I'm gonna play tonight. Like I don't care what you say. Like they're still, whether they play or not, they're still getting their paycheck. Like you think that they oh, for sure. Like just sitting out on like back to backs. And that's like a one thing if you're like 36-year-old Mike Conley or something who's like has multiple injury issues and you want to save him, you know? But like if you're late 20s, early 30s, like it's like kind of weak sauce, I think. Like it's okay to sit out a game every now and then, like the people like always sitting out like every back to back or every 3 out of 4. It's pretty lame. I do like with like the new like player participation program thing they like did yeah, well I like how I think Anthony Edwards came out and said that like he doesn't like load management because like he thinks about that like one kid on the Eastern Conference team who's like saved up his money to go to a basketball game and then doesn't get to see his favorite players. I think it's like really like a pretty good take, honestly. Well, I mean, you see Luka, you see Zion, you know they're not conditioned well. Or James Harden, or even like Joel Embiid, like starts here kind of. Yeah, you're literally the poster child for load management. Yeah. It is kind of weird though, like injuries always existed in any sort of professional sport. They just seem especially bad nowadays. And I don't know why. Like it's probably a pretty nuanced thing. But yeah, like player, but like back in the day, like everyone being on like a 1-year contract, where if you like got injured, had a bad year, that could be a huge pay cut, or like at worst you could be out of the league. So like you were really motivated to like, unless you like if you weren't an established player, you would really have to like grinds to get to the top basically. Not really it like when you're getting 4 years 100 like you kind of don't like you already have that guaranteed bag, like what do you got to work out for? What's up, Jack? How's it going? All right, well it looks like we might have some sort of judge issue. So let's see, what sort of judge issue do we have? I mean, I assume so with like a 4-minute timeout here. Looks like this table here is having issues over slow play, so alright. I mean, hopefully. Yeah, Chien-Pao is one of my favorite decks in format, because like not only going vroom and doing big damage is pretty cool, but also I like how much like a sequencing puzzle Chien-Pao is. There's like so many different directions you can go with the hands, like Greninja first, PokéStop first, Irida first, like it's like, I mean, I'm kind of responsible for this. I like always thought of Chien-Pao as like a bot deck. Like I'm using Hail Blade for 360 damage 3 times and I'm gonna win. But there's like there's a reason why some of the game's best players like pick up this deck, because it's like if you sequence it well, you can definitely give yourself a much higher chance to win. Like those little things add up a lot, and there's a lot of little things in Chien-Pao. I think that'll be pretty good. I mean, I saw Tricky Jim was playing it today on stream. 1 cram? Like the spit innocently Cramorants? I would probably play. So if you only have 1 stone, I think you could put in like. Well, I mean, I'm playing. You can put in another. Oh, Cramomatic. Okay, I was like, I got you. You can put in like another Ultra Ball and Nest Ball. I don't hate that. I probably another Ultra or Nest, honestly. I mean, the third Chien-Pao could be okay also. Iono. I'd probably go for another Ball Surge card of some sort. Either one works, because like sometimes there's like times like I prize one, I use one early, and then I like can't find, like I can't Irida and search out a Pokemon in the same turn, like Irida, Rod, and Ultra Ball for it in the same turn. So yeah, like this list, I like sort of based mine off of the one that got top 32 in Peoria. It seemed pretty light on the Ball Surge to me. I mean, just hit Vips and you just Vip turn one. You're fine. It definitely does get pretty sketchy though sometimes. At least the Ultra Ball should be doing consistently better than a Grammatic. Grammatic is a funny card though when it's right. Ah, oh, slow playing. Dang. Alright, well, cool. Looks like this got fixed, so good job, Bryson, for fighting the slow player. Usually it's the Guardians doing the slow playing, so you want to go first. I know it like sometimes feels good like play Irida on the first turn to secure VIP pass, but also taking the first 2 prizes is super good. Like being able to use Radiant Greninja before they're able to evolve is super good. I mean, like pretty much with everything aside from like maybe Turbo, maybe Miraidon, you should be going first. Like there's situations like JW was going second with Miraidon against Lost Box. You can go second in the Lost Box mirror. I think I choose to go second against LZB with Goodra. Like aside from LZB and Miraidon, I don't think there's any other deck that like wants to go second. Like I've heard the argument in colorless to like go second so you have a better chance of getting into a single prizer. You're like colorless, like whoever takes the first 2 prizes, 9 matchup wins. So like you want the best possible chance of getting back into a 2 prizer or back into a single prizer. There isn't really a deck in format that is always pressing go second. There really hasn't been since like I know like Pikarom did when like you go second, you bolt on and accelerate the energies. One like has there been any other decks in between? I guess like Mew 3 Aggro would always go second to get the first turn. Super Growth. But AEP always went first. Like I'm trying to think of like other decks. Like most like VMAX, Eternatus, Dragapult, they went first. When was the last deck that always pressed go second? Hey, well, welcome back, Sid. I can't remember like since like Battle Styles was the newest set. Like what deck just pressed go second? Did Shadow Rider go? Not only Shadow Rider win second, or did they go second in Horror House on the first turn? I can't remember. What a noob. Come on, 9-minute timeout. Absolutely lame. All right, let's see what the deal is. I mean, yeah, it's slow playing is cringe. There we go. Just had to tell him how cringe slow play was. Oh dear. This is not what I want to see. With that's not the card I want to see. I gotta, if I can kill Flying Pika turn 1 or turn 2, I'm doing it. I guess like I still go first, I still take the first 2 prizes, and I go cross switcher game, right? Try out the box. Best of luck. Tell you we're 1-0 after the first round. I don't know how the second round went for you. Okay, this is gonna be not like the Flying Pika gives them an avenue to get back in if I take the first 2 prizes. So yeah, I know the 9th place list played Flying Pikachu. I still don't think Flying Pikachu is that strong in Miraidon. The Pokematrix. Yeah, like I know the 9th place list was playing a Flying Pikachu VMAX, but I don't think their card is really that good. Like, I guess it carries versus colorless, but you should already be beating colorless most of the time anyway. I guess it's like kind of good against Chien-Pao, but the match was still probably pretty coin flippy. And like Lost Box doesn't care too much. Yeah, XYZ's like rigged the system again, so I like it when you guys rig the system like in my favor and tell me like, yo Blitz, your top deck in an Ultra Ball. Like that's always nice. When you do this, like rig the system into an awkward matchup, then that's where we get a bit we might start shelling out some bans, if you know what I'm saying. Yesterday was people constantly endorsing bad ideas in chat that we like kind of had to crack down on. Luckily, there's not been too many bad ideas yet. That's always good. Misinformation is not tolerated in my chat. Alright, come on. Yo, the Master Ball is a pretty, one day I want to get to Master Ball. I'd probably have to just, like, stream ladder instead of tournaments, and that'd be kind of an L, because, like, ladder sucks. Maybe we can have, like, a road to Arceus. Disinformation? Sure. Why not? Hey, Captain, you'd love to see it. How's it going for you? I mean, it can't be going too great, because you just did math homework. But, at least it's done. That's a big dub. Get to go first. Let's get it. I mean, like, I know the Marauding player can go second, but, like, it's very hard for them to, like, have, like, boss and energies to take knockout. Oh, shoot. Oh, like, the... Ah! Worst... I played 2 of you. You're by far the worst starter. My hand is awful. Screw math homework. I mean, my hand's not awful. Just give me a VIP, please. Okay, that's an improvement. We might be using Cross. Well, Open Raichu. That's one of their weaker starters. Let's, alright. Hopefully, XYZ. Hopefully. We prize a Friggy. So Heavy's a good card. Rotom's prized as well. So Heavy's a very good card. Okay, can we just, like, find Heavy, a VIP? I'm okay. I think the PokéStop does give my opponent, like, a stronger turn 1. Busted card. Like, literally the strongest combo I could have got. I probably should go double Friggy. Just like Rope doesn't totally. Yeah, I think I don't want to get like roped into something crazy. And I shouldn't have played the stop. Like, I don't want to give my opponent stop right now. That hurts. I hate you, PokéStop. Screw PokéStop. I'll still drop the energy on like the frog just for pivot in case like my opponent has the absolute sauce. My hand's good for next turn. We have the switchers if they try to if they try to stick a single prize in my face. They're gonna have to hit a generator for 2. I gave them stop. I mean, they must have, I don't know, like they wouldn't open Miraidon, but they had like the ideal first couple cards so they can get the Squawk, they can Tandem Unit, load up the bench. The only way like I can potentially get back in the game when my opponent takes the first 2 is I can Radiant Greninja for 2 prizes, like KO 2 Mareeps. My opponent should not bench 2 Mareeps. Like 1 is fine. Any more than that is not very smart. Has taken their sweet time with this nest ball. Prize checking in an online tournament. Not approved. Oh, that is very scary. That is terrifying. Never once in my life I am more afraid of a Pikachu with balloons. Actually, that might mean Squawk is prize, so that has to count for something. Well, that's awesome, Captain. So a Squawk must be prized. That's a dub. But this is not a dub. None. 0. 1. Okay, just what? Raikou? Bro's not even going for it. Bro is not even going for it. Okay, if my opponent tries to stick a single prize in my face, I go cross. No, don't judge past me, bro. No, that'd be so mean. Don't. Okay, just research. Good. Thank you. They had the judge. They literally could have. Confirm not sniping, so I, oh, and whiff the generator. Feels so good. So I probably retreat back into the Mareep and pass. If bro would have judged, I would have been so tilted. Actually, it's fast charge. I still can cross switcher in reverse snipe. Okay. Cologne. I mean, we're always doing this. I have the energies already. I definitely could just go cross switchers KO peak, and like that's just fine. But then my hands like kind of lacking. I think I'll just take out the active here, like find the Lost Vacuum to just keep improving my hands. Yeah, if my opponent would have pressed Judge. That would have been pretty spooky. But we're fine. Never in doubt, guys. Like, and my opponent just like whiffing that generator was pretty clutch. My hand's looking kind of scuffed though. That doesn't really help too much. I guess we dump 3 of the energies in play. I don't think we really care to drop the 4th. Nast could go and get me Mew. I think I'm cool putting the baby Mew into play. Okay. I hold the energy, I think. I don't need to attach it. And my opponent does, like, with 2 generators down, needs, like, a decent combo, like, a decent number of combo pieces to swing with the Max Balloon next turn. If they're using Max Balloon, they're not taking prize cards either, so I do have time to, like, work my way back into the game. Yeah. If it was doing, like, 220 damage, the deck would be so much better. Just the card would be so much more playable. What's up, Gale? Okay, SER is super good. It's like, I also just like with this list, I lost to Gardevoir in the first round. I was like super confident we were getting the dub. I was up like 4 prizes to 2. I had 4 Seal Stones. They couldn't Iono me. My last 2 prizes were two of my 3 remaining superior energy retrievals. And my opponent made the brilliant play of bossing and killing my Rotom that had my 4 Seal Stone. And then I just didn't have anything. I literally just drew past, basically. They went and killed my Frigibax. And I like couldn't find cross switchers and stuff to win the game. It was like such a crazy game. So I was like in control from the beginning. They like whiffed Manaphy. So I got like turn 2 Frog for insane value. But like, we still lost. I was like kind of in disbelief. Like I was like pretty much in autopilot, and then we lost. That was one of those games, like if I was at a regionals and lost that game, like that was game 1. I probably would have been like a zombie game 2 and game 3. Okay, like if my opponent uses Raikou, I don't really care. Like I just brought the other Chien-Pao back in the deck, get onto the bench. I probably should promote Chien-Pao, honestly. I would like to get down 2nd Baxcalibur just so my opponent just like doesn't just try like randomly like break me out with like a Bax. Or like get boss on Bax. No. I mean, there'll be times where like my opponent will like Iono me to 2, and like I won't look at my cards until I start my turn. But like, not. Maybe I should do that for the memes against like one of the locals or something. But I try to give myself the best chance of winning because like, you watch me play on stream. I'm kind of a noob. It was pretty cool in Pittsburgh to see Andrew Estrada like flip up the cards like that. That was an all-time moment for sure. All right, let's do this. I just played 2 Chien-Paos. Yeah, Andrew Estrada playing face up there was really cool. Gameplay already is a joke. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Captain. Okay, we found Candy Bax and hit like SERs, so like not bad. And looking kind of underwhelming after this. We need 5 to knock out this Raikou. So I think I'll do 5 to the active, 1 to the Mew, and just hold the other one for concealed cards. I'll put 1 on the Mew just in case my opponent goes like Photon Blaster, Iono Judge, like I still, or Iono Path, like I still have pivot there. Come on. So yeah, 5 is a 300 damage. What minutes? Alright, 5, 300, knockout. Captain made a quad brunette video? I know 10 types made one. Uh-oh. XYZ hacked. Oh, yeah, okay. I was like... Yeah, I saw you made that comment. I was like, oh, XY or 10 types pirating my fan base. Pirating a meme from my viewers there. Path, Peak, Iono. Things like the cool thing is Peak doesn't do like any damage, so I have 3 turns to figure this out. Penny is insane. Ooh, Penny is nasty. Wait, actually... Ooh, I'm actually kind of close then. I have 5 energies technically here. Because I can pick up... Wait, what? Is that Gabe? That is Gabe! No, no, no. It's not Gabe. No, wait. It is. Right? Hopefully I'm not totally cringe. I'm absolutely dumb, right? Yeah, that's only 5. And yeah, the max bleed. I'm so dumb. I was like, we were in autopilot. Oh shoot. Oh, I'm throwing. I'm absolutely just chucking. I was like, oh yeah, game, easy money. I should just, no, I'm a dummy. Okay. Okay. This is fine. Oh, why am I so bad at Pokemon cards? Like, how actually am I this bad? It's okay. We go 90-90. We get a prize card. That prize card is guaranteed to be, Yep. That's me. I mean, I guess we just... Benching the Zapdos was not a great play by my opponent. Okay, we get a prize card. Prize cards are good. Prize card was not good. I don't even have like a great top deck, really. Like, I could get Irida, but it doesn't really do anything. I could top deck Arven. Doesn't really do anything. No, I never got it. I never saw that, actually, Captain. I don't think you ever sent me an email. Explain for the knock. This is... I think we might have lost. We need a killer top deck. PokéStop? I mean, Crick is something, I guess. Like, Kricketune can soak a hit. Stop would be like best possible top deck. Alright, I go back into the Kricketune. I know I cannot use the ability, but like at least I can soak a hit here. I know I'm not throwing this time. Or top decking FSS, Arven, or PokéStop. Actually, I have like lots of good cards. I only have one for a C or a one superior. Oh, bro, just could one-shot the Kricketune. That would have been pretty bad. Can I like top deck a good card, please? That card sucks. I probably shouldn't have done that, honestly. Like now Arven isn't an out. For Seal isn't an out. This is so depressing. Like we were... I thought I was somewhere, but I wasn't. Okay, we just PokéStop into the sauce. Oh no. I literally could have had this if I didn't mess up. So I have energy in Zach. Okay. We still can win this. We need double Cross Switcher and we need SER. We need double Cross Switcher and we need SER. Close. Hey, Rotom, what's up, buddy? Well, that sucked. I hate this game. I totally should not have promoted the Kricketune there. Like, yeah, it gives me to live one more turn, but it also takes out like 3 top deck outs. Oh man, That was just such... Yeah, I did that very badly. Oh, I don't care. Go ahead. As long as it isn't like anything obscene or gross or anything, sure. I've like way overcooked the my 2 losses here. This is what I get for mocking Chien-Pao as a bot deck. Like, I just play like a dummy. Not giving me too much confidence if it ends up playing Chien-Pao this weekend. Like, the deck's not bad. I'm just like kind of a noob. Like, yeah, we got Judge. We got Iona pathed into trash. Like, at least if I would have kept Mew in play, I could have like Penny into Mew and maybe got something cooking. Both these games I watched, I was just like, I was so sure that like we were chilling, we had no issues, and turns out we had lots of issues. Oh man, why you do me like this, Chien-Pao? I was so sure we were in the driver's seat there. Dang. I guess like we really want to have like the Forest Seal plus Kricketune down in the late game. Like that's like Barrel would be pretty good there. Like the trade this list makes is we have a stronger early game thanks to Rotom, but then we don't have a strong of a late game. But like, I feel like if this deck is getting Cross Cologne turn 2, it's winning most of the time. Because unfortunately, we've just like had kind of awkward draws. That was like a thought that went in, but then we only have 1 target for Forest Sealstone. And what attack is Mew copying? Like, Frog doesn't mean anything. We have limited Gust, so like Mew, like the ceiling of Mew is like somewhat limited in that way. Like, cool, it's good against T-Tar, but also Chien-Pao can kind of do the same thing. So... yeah, I guess. But then, like, Lost Vacuum Energies is, like, it's sort of weird. And, like, once again, Chien-Pao can do pretty much the same thing. I mean, it's not really that much worse than... like, yes, you don't have a barrel. But also, Barrel's another stage 1 you have to set up early on also. Like, I have more outs than, like, the top 8 list from Peoria. I actually play a Vacuum. I actually have Forest Sealstone. Yeah, you can't really use Kricketune attack. Yeah, I just have, like, 1 more target, because, like, we have, like, pretty thin lines. So Rotom won't always be the highest priority off of Heavy Ball, because, like, there will be times where you, like, multiple 1-up surprised. I just feel like yesterday and today, my wins have been kind of bad, like, against people who, like, either made some kind of egregious mistakes, or I got kind of lucky, and my losses, like, today, like, we got going fairly quickly, but then we just, like, run out of steam near the end. And, like, of course, we probably win the first round if we draw an SER off the prize. Like, that probably goes differently. We definitely have a much better of a shot of winning round 3 if we don't go for the game when we can't win. Like, if I just go for Penny, go back and use Mysterious Tail, game's a little bit different. Now 1 and 2, same Casey. Yeah, losing to stall is always rough. What's up, Tog? It hasn't really gone amazing for Chien-Pao these 2 streams, and I don't think that, like, it's been what's like weird is I've been like running really hot on ladder. Like it's been going very well. I just like make some kind of weird miscalculation, and we end up losing. So I'm like not super confident with this right now. I don't know if I'll be playing it this weekend, honestly. I I have the cards for pretty much every deck and format. It's like kind of making the local meta call. And what's, I mean, not really. That's Pokemon in a nutshell. That's a lot of decks. Well, my local meta is very weird because we don't have like a large concentration of any one particular deck. Like there could be like a dozen players in the room, and there could maybe only like one duplicate deck. Like not too much jank. There is a little jank, but not too much. Like maybe there'll be two Tinas or like two Mews, but for the most part, everyone's on something different. So it's like kind of hard to like metagame. Because it's not like we have like 6 people playing Charizard, so like you just play Chien-Pao and just clap the Charizards. So perhaps I prioritize a deck that like actually sets up more often. We'll be why are these 2-0s dropping? It's like another tournament or something? Huh. Weird. See, we'll have to do some thinking for if this is worth taking to championship point events. But like I'm sort of, I mean, there's always Goodra. I have Goodra belts. There's always Goodra. I hate Lugia. Like I literally despise Lugia with all my heart. Really, I never want to play Lugia ever again. Honestly. DT, like the issue though is there might only be 1 or 2 Mews in the room, but like everyone texts for Mew. Like there's a couple Spiritombs, there's Drapions. So I sort of don't want to play Mew because of that. Like there was one person who at one point was playing double Drapion in Tina. Like that's how, because like the best player plays Mew. So you know how that goes. We'll see. I have the cards for pretty much everything. I think I can build pretty much every deck and format aside from Zard. I don't have Pidgeots. And it's like also a challenge, so like it doesn't necessarily. It's on the internet. Oh dear. We'll have to check it out after stream. Yeah, I'm fine. It's like just a league challenge, so like I just got placed in pretty much like I think it's like capped at 12 or something too, so or 16. As long as I win like 3 out of 4, I can get some CP and walk out fine. What do you think about Iron Hands? I think that it's probably like the social media meltdown that it's triggered is like kind of hilarious, honestly. And it's pretty much impossible to live up to the expectations that's been put on the card. I think it'll be good. Do I think it'll be, well, I don't even know what's gonna be like meta defining. I don't think a card like it needs to exist. Like I think it was just not a good idea. Iron Hands Lugia, that sounds like kind of a pile. Like these people who like just say like Iron Hands gonna mean everything, I think are just like being cringe. Like, does it fix some of Miraidon's issues? Sure. Does it fix some of Chien-Pao's issues? Sure. Is it cool in Lost Box? Sure. But also the attack cost is not easy to load up. But the payoff is like kind of worth it, so it should be an incredibly powerful card. I'm not sure it's gonna be meta defining though. I try to stay optimistic about things, honestly. Like being negative does just not help you. Got all the tools, just has to put it all together. Avoid injury. Iron Hands could blow a knee before making to the States. Tell that to Jake. I just don't understand why a card like it needs to exist. Are they very like, if it was 4 lightnings for the attack cost, that's so much more awkward to power up. Very few decks can use it. The attack cost is very splashable and a very powerful effect. Just taking extra prize cards is always good in the Pokemon TCG. especially if it's relatively easy to pull off. And I don't think the game's being shorter is not a good thing. Like, I know people like really get mad about ties and say that the system needs overhauled. But like, longer games are generally more intricate games, which are generally more fun to play, right? Like, it always sucks just be like, no, you've lost the game on turn 2. And Iron Hands can create those scenarios more often. If it was like Stoutland 40 damage or like Buzzle Pheromosa 50 damage, yeah, if it's like 3 energies 50 damage, I still think it would be pretty solid on like a basic. You could play it in Miraidon with like Vitality Band or gloves or stuff. Probably still is an okay card, honestly. I usually like play it alongside like Regieleki VMAX and probably as a funny meme deck, but nothing more. Yeah, games that are like you print Iono as like a way to extend games, give comebacks. Then you print like the de-evolution tool and Iron Hands, cards that only make the game shorter. So it's sort of frustrating. Because like if you like a 4 lightning attack cost, it's pretty much just relegated to Miraidon. Like, you can't really use it elsewhere. And loading it up early would be sort of difficult. And it would be like a big payoff. Or not a big payoff, but like a lot of resources put in just to take 2 prizes when like it gets knocked out right back and you kind of have to rebuild and stuff. Something like the future, like the one tool that's like a floatstone and a muscle band. That one like I forget what that Vessel card does, but I remember being good. I think that's why personally I'm like not happy that it got printed. It's not like something I'm like, oh crap, the Pokemon meta's screwed, I'm gonna head out, I'm gonna go play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or One Piece or Digimon or whatever they say. I'm still gonna be playing Pokemon no matter what no matter what happens. Yeah, that is true. Like, usually like sometimes the other stats of the card are underwhelming if like it's a super very powerful attack. I didn't say there's anything wrong with Yu-Gi-Oh! Or One Piece or Digimon. It's just like these people who like always talk about leaving Pokemon because meta sucks. I like somehow I always see their name on regional pairings and stuff. So how do I beat Miraidon using Lugia? I assume you mean colorless. Taking the first 2 prizes is pretty important. So going first, just making sure you have a single prize or in the active spot. So if they do pop off, they can't take multiple prize cards. Then you pretty much just 2 for 2 trade them with Lugia, with Weirdeer. And if for some reason you still fall behind, they took 2 prizes on their first turn, your best bet at getting back into the game is Ionoing them back to just 2 cards in hand and using Radiant Charizard. And then the ball's in their court to find boss, basically. Well, what? Pokemon is just so much cheaper. Like, I was talking to a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player at League the other day. And it's like crazy that like the same... Man, another one of these. I'm like not super happy with this. It's like crazy to me because I'm someone who's only played Pokemon. I played 0 other TCGs. It just kind of boggles my mind that you can the same price for a Pokemon TCG deck, or same price like build the whole format in Pokemon is equivalent to building like 1 deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! The very entry was like paying $3 grand for like a okay deck. Like, I'm glad Pokemon doesn't try to like. I don't even know like how whoever makes the game like profits off of that. I feel like if you make the game more accessible, you get more people to play it, you sell more products, right? Like, how does having staples or $100 help anyone? Then are you not playing Dunsparce either, Darlo? I think with how well Miraidon did, you should be playing either Radzard or Dunce. Who am I up against? Is it I don't remember. Mouse is restarting. Cool. I think for colors to succeed, you have to have Charizard. Dunsparce, or even potentially both. But like also playing Luxray is good, playing Mew is good. It's just like that's like the issue with colorless. Like it's hard to fit all the good techs. So yeah, sort of weird. Like how do you get it all to work? That's why I definitely could see people flipping over to Single Strike for Sacramento, just because it has like that built-in Stonejourner. That is just basically what Radiant Charizard wants to do at any point in the game. So it wouldn't surprise me if a colorless significantly or a Single Strike outperforms colorless at Sacramento. And also like Teen is becoming increasingly less and less in this meta. So like colorless previous like biggest strength at being the most popular attack like kind of is lost. And also Single Strike is much better into Charizard. Like you can play the Cobalion and be alright. Dang, that's pretty awesome. I think Charizard remains the most popular deck. I'm betting Miraidon jumps into the top 3. Chien-Pao goes up a little bit. DT Mew is like pretty popular as well. I mean, I bet Guardian Lost Box stay pretty flat. But I expect like Lugia to be down, Mew, Chien-Pao, and Miraidon all to be up. Probably slightly less in Zard, less into Tina. I think Miraidon's less good of a play. I think Mew is a lot less good of a play. Like, I would not be playing like DT Mew. I think just so many people are going to be playing Tomb, but it's just like makes the deck so much scarier to play when you're not scooping to Tomb, but like it's really bad. Rise the Frog, speaking of really bad. Heavy's in there though. It'll be interesting to see how things unfolds. Friggy. I just get double Frigibax, Spence, Manaphy. Drop FSS, instant charge, right? I do not drop for his seal. Because then my opponent can like disrupt it away. So I'll bench Manaphy just so they can't do something crazy. And like it could get Lost Vacuums off if I attach it. I mean PokéStop good, but the rest not so much. That's good. That is good. I mean live is pretty good for that, having everything available to you. 1-1-1? Ugh. I mean you're still in contention probably. But yeah, I can't afford to lose again. Tying in a best of 1 online is a pretty cringe. So close. I mean, I have to imagine if it was a tie. It's pretty hard to tie. I mean, I know like Lost Box, lots of actions, but with how much more streamlined things are on live, it's like kind of difficult to like tie. You returned. Welcome back, Blaziken. Oh, okay. Was it like a Lost Box Mirror or Guardian V Lost Box? Because like I feel like they're like the only matchup. Well, the only matches where like it takes super long time, especially like depending on who's playing both those decks. That is like kind of the frustration, like especially if you don't play a ton of ladder. Yeah, you kind of have to be patient with it. Whoa. Bro says no Greninja. Okay. Wow, my opponent does not have much sauce here. Okay. Let's drop the PokéStop. Let's press PokéStop. What could possibly go wrong? Not much, it appears. So now I play Ultra Ball. I'm still very far from the Cross Cologne here. Like incredibly far away. I'm probably not getting it this turn. I would have to like Mew can, but like yeah, I need a PokéStop really to carry. Yeah, I don't know why people still play Pokemon Go Charmander. That makes very little sense. And it's the whiff off of Mew. Yeah, but now items or tools are not items anymore, so. Now what do we do? Okay, let's just Forest Seal. Let's just go ahead and get ourselves an Irida. And let's just at least pull the Greninja out of the prize card. Maybe I should have done this first, honestly. Get a Chien-Pao, get this Hisuian. Sucks taking another turn off from attacking. I can't get there now this turn. Like, even if I'm prizing one Cologne and the other backs means it's like pretty tough to like use. I'm probably just not attacking this turn. That's kind of rough. All right, well, we put ourselves in a decent spot to get it next turn. Unfortunately, it's like low rolling super bad. Like, I haven't really had too many games where I'm just like popping off, getting turn 2 Cross Cologne, getting turn 2 big damage. Been a lot of awkward setups. I'm drawing a lot of not good cards. PokéStop isn't hitting, and like I know it comes around. Like, it happens. It's just frustrating when you know your deck has the pieces to succeed, but there's not been a single game. This is the third time in 2 days I faced this deck in a tournament, and I have not gotten the Greninja Canceling Cologne play a single time on the second turn. And I feel like with zero hand disruption, with Rotom and stuff, like, we should have very good odds of getting it early. Depends on what your local meta looks like, Blaziken. Without knowing what your locals play, like, depends on what you expect to face. Because like, I could tell you a pick based on the overall general metagame, but then also like locals is messed up sometimes. You're gonna like see someone. Like, you'll have a crazy area that's only people play Mew and stuff. So like, you wouldn't want to play Chien-Pao into a field of Mews. Or you wouldn't want to play Lugia into a field of Miraidons or something. Like, you're talking like like general picks like Lost Box, Miraidon, DT Mew, Fusion Mew, Kyogre LZ, and Lugia. If you're cool with the Lost Box Mirror, Kyogre sounds fine. I wouldn't say very. Like, Gudra isn't very good against anything. It just kind of sort of beats everything, which is good and bad because it can sometimes go off the rails if you low roll and your opponent high rolls. Oh man, that is, well, best of luck, boss. You'll have to let me know how it goes. I played Kyogre to League, like a month or two back, and I went like 3-1 or something. I just like, that's the only time I've ever played it in real. I've played it quite a bit online. I might play it though this weekend. Well, when is your next cup, Blaziken? I don't play the game, but it just doesn't have it. That is wild. Okay. Let's Mysterious Tail first. I'm gonna like sequence this kind of silly. Well, it will seem silly, but it's actually optimally. I wish I had the other Baxcalibur. No. Get Canceling Cologne, James, you dummy. Okay. So I have it guaranteed. I just wanted to do all this first with the best possible odds of drawing double water energy. Alright, I pressed PokéStop. Okay. I mean, dumping more water energies really isn't bad. It's pure energy retrieval. Get rid of VIP Pass. Get rid of Chien-Pao. Alright, do I want to dump a Chien-Pao? Because that opens up the 2 prize echoing horn. So I don't think I do. I think Lost Vacuum is higher priority discard. Okay. Yeah, tying multiple times sucks. I don't know how, like, I play pretty quickly, so I'm not too concerned myself about time. Like, I know it sometimes comes down to who you face, because there are people who play very slow sometimes. you need to get some Dragon Shields. I mean, some of my favorite colors, I like the blue. I don't personally use any blue color ones, but I kind of want to eventually. I like copper. I mean, jet black is always pretty clean. If you're looking for a light color, ivory is my favorite. But like back to the whole Tyrant, I think that if you know you play slow, then I would definitely practice trying to play faster. Like, one of the ways I do that is, like, if I'm testing for a big event, I will test against my opponent in real life that I play against, and we'll have like a 15-minute timer going. Oh, for sure. I mean, just at this past year at NAIC, I got a DPL. I drew 6 cards off and I owned a 5. If you're talking about misplaying and throwing, I've been to several readers. I'm sure I've done it. I mean, I threw top 8 in IC. That was pretty good. Yeah, I've had my fair share of bad plays. I mean, that comes with playing the game for 9 years. I mean, close to 9 years. I won some coppers from like a limitless tournament. I bought some silver ones, like the online shop that I had like some store credit from on NAIC, or from limitless. I didn't have a great selection, so I bought like 3 packs of copper for $10. That was pretty good. Mint is very clean. Which I see 2017 OCIC. That was top 8. And was like kind of made it even worse, where I would be facing a super favorite matchup in top 4 in finals. So just like kind of felt at the time like I threw an IC dub, which getting a dub in internationals would be sick. They're discontinuing Nebula? Dang. Grabbing the artisan but then just failing it? What? When Blazing's gonna stock up is buy like 40 packs of Nebula. What's the deal with like Dragon Shield's hit and miss quality lately? Like, I feel like Dragon Shield's been like kind of receiving like a lot of heat lately for having like suboptimal quality control. I mean, Kyogre, no, I still want to keep the Manaphy in play. That is kind of sad. I was not unaware of that. I did have like a pack of Dragon Shield I opened up a few months back. Nebula Black Market. Ooh, Penny's not bad. I can Penny pick up Rotom. I might just swing with the Baxcalibur this turn, honestly. I mean, I'm headed in the prize trade, so it doesn't seem too bad. So let's go ahead and pick up the Rotom. Using concealed cards is fine because I'm gonna use SER anyway. Okay, Arven. Oh wait, I already played Penny. Hold up. Okay, let's just check the deck here. I don't think I'm gonna have anything I want to bench. The other Frigibax is priced anyway. So let's use let's hard retreat. Let's SER, get rid of EAP, get rid of Forest Seal. I was unaware that Dragon Shield discontinued colors. I know like pink is a pretty popular color. What do you guys think is like the most popular Dragon Shield? I know the Jet Black is a pretty popular. I might put like an energy. Let's like load both these dudes up. So I might be swinging with this guy again next turn. And the other SER if plans change. Lime as the most popular color? No shot. I like literally maybe seen like one person in my life using lime. I mean, there's just so many different shades of blue. I feel like it probably has to be like pink. One of the pink colors or one of the black colors. I rarely see ivory or white. I was like a big, like one of my first like Dragon Shield color I ever used, and that was my favorite for a while, was Petrol. Really nice dark blue color. I haven't used it though in like a couple years. At least in my experience, and I mean that could could be different. Like one of the blues, there's like so many different shades. Oh, white is kind of gross. Like Ivory at least like a kind of like a weird shades. Like it doesn't. I just like hate using bright colored sleeves. Like at least if I'm using like black or brown, like my sleeves get dirty, no one can see. Like who really cares? Like it does look pretty nice, but like in the long run, you're kind of losing money because you have to replace them quicker. Like you know, like you can take them to League. Like who really cares if your sleeves are super dirty? It's just like kind of not a good look. Like I don't want to cut someone's deck if their sleeves are covered in dirt. I guess maybe that's the play, like a super dirty deck. So then your opponent like doesn't cut, so you can like no. Oof. I was pretty disappointed because like the other few months back I opened like pack of Dragon Shields and like a sleeve was like bam. I do like 2 riffles and one of the sleeves like already like bang. So it's like how? I feel like Dragon Shields have been like, maybe it's because there's like more alternatives now and like the alternatives have gotten better. But like for a while, Dragon Shield like undisputed best, and now it sort of feels like, oh my goodness, yeah, Roxanne is pretty tough. I mean, I'm still taking knockout. My opponent's gonna take a few prizes here. Probably goes Manaphy and Radiant Greninja. I go 7-2 and by 3 on the Mew or something. Maybe it's because the alternatives have gotten better. I just feel like Dragon Shields are not as like they were the undisputed king of sleeves for years. And now personally, like I'm kind of sus on their quality control sometimes. And maybe it's actually gotten worse, or maybe it's just because other sleeves are better now. Like you kind of overlooked the flaws before because like everyone sucked. Like really, like 2015 to like 2020, like what other alternatives were there? Like Ultra Pros, they were awful. Pokemon brand sleeves, awful. Like Ultimate Guard back then was pretty bad. I know that they've gotten better since, but for a long time, there's been like a lot of like just bad sleeves on the market. I'll just take the knock, I guess. For sure, Blaziken. That's actually a pretty good call. But then you probably get DQ'd for having no deck. Maybe just like after you light it on fire, you just go in the deck box and pull out a new one and just put it on the table. Not a bad call. Flying entry. What is Allucha doing here? I don't know how that fixes math at all. I guess it means Kyogre can do 150 and that's a knockout, but like you're not. It's probably a combo of both. I wish sleeves would get cheaper. Like, I have a hard time believing it costs you close to $10 to produce a pack of sleeves. Like, and sometimes like $13 for a pack of sleeves. And like, I'm sure most of you guys feel like you have to buy sleeves. Like, what are you gonna do? You're just not gonna buy sleeves? Like, okay, like they kind of have us in a pretty bad spot where we can't go without them. I'd like maybe if the sleeve market got more competitive, hopefully like prices could go down. Or just Dragon Shield Ultimate Guard. One of those sleeve companies sponsor me. Give me free sleeves. Oh man. I mean, my decks are always straight gas, so if I ever light on fire, things get pretty dangerous. Yeah, it definitely hurts though to go out and like buy new sleeves every week. It's just like, that's why like for League, I always use pretty beat up sleeves. I don't know, because like the budget sleeve options suck. Like just using Pokemon brand sleeves, they're awful. Like they literally like, I'm riffle shuffling my deck. Like I'm like putting my fingers on like the corners and stuff. It like hurts to do that after a bit. Like your thumbs get sore. So I definitely am not like a fan of the quality control of official Pokemon sleeves. Not just like quality control, just like how they feel. Like they're more designed to be cool and look nice than actually be a feel-good sleeve. Like I don't mind like playing an ETB sleeve for like League or something. Like I'm playing like 3 rounds, who really cares? But I'm never using Pokemon sleeves. Oh yeah, especially recently, I feel like the appeal is so quick. So like it's fine for testing. Cause like in the long run, it will save you money if you're like already like buying those ETBs or trainer toolkit or something. I'm loving Raihan a lot. Interesting. Yeah, they don't last long. They feel awful to shuffle. Like I still feel like Dragon Shields, when the quality is good, I still feel like they have like the just like if I'm gonna riffle and bridge my deck, it just feels so good to do that when I'm using a pack of Dragon Shields. I still feel like they feel the best at any sleeve in the game, but like I wish a sleeve would get cheaper, like $13. Yeah, they're stiff. Like they're not like, yeah, they're just not smooth. The edges feel like super sharp for some reason. Honestly, double sleeving is pretty cringe. Like I get it if you're like someone who like wants like playing fancy cards and you don't want to get them damaged and stuff. I used to play like a lot of the Japanese art sleeves because like they looked pretty cool. Oh yeah, you can like literally like pick at the edges and like pull like little like I don't know like plastic or something off it. Like yeah, I've heard that like conspiracy theory I guess before. Like I had someone at a League Cup ask me if a copper is shuffled fine for me, and I'm like, yeah, what? I don't have a problem with them. Uh-oh. I thought I could take 3 prizes. I've never actually heard of those, Tog. Double sleeve. Double sleeve just sucks so bad to shuffle. Like, you can't even riffle that. So you can't even optimally randomize it. Just play min rarity. Or just be okay getting your cards damaged. Yeah. Also, I don't like it when other people get like, I mean, I respect it. Like, I'm not gonna just like, I'm not just gonna be like, if you tell me not to riffle your deck, I'm gonna riffle your deck anyway. I just like don't like it when like I'm gonna go riffle my opponent's deck like after they did a search. 'Cause, like that's the best, most random shuffle. My opponent gets like mad at me like, oh, don't bend my cards, and it's just like, come on, like I'm just trying to shuffle your deck here. Like I will never bridge someone else's deck because like that's kind of not cool. I've heard like I looked into that because like at the cup I went to, like at that game store, they had the dual mats. They took a lot of pretty cool colors, but I've heard I read online like a lot of people saying that they didn't last very long, that they were super slick, didn't feel good to shuffle, like less durable, and didn't feel as good to shuffle. So like you kind of had me at less durable. Like if I'm paying more, I want them to last longer, but also like there's like sometimes like conflicting reports. Some people like say like I've been playing with my dual mats for 30 years, they still do fine for me. It's just like other people saying like I have to re-sleeve immediately, like split one after like 2 shuffles. I guess it probably just like speaks more like the inconsistent quality of Dragon Shields lately. All right, well we're 2-2. I don't really feel like I don't really get the whole like some sleeves feel worse or better to shuffle, but I also haven't used like a crazy wide variety of colors. One really cool YouTube video could just be buying like a pack of every single Dragon Shield and rating every color just strictly on how they feel. Dual mats have not been out for 30 years. It was a joke. It was a joke. I don't think Dragon Shield as a company has existed for even close to that long. Dragon Shields were around in the 90s. Ugh. Like, I guess if you like had like those Japanese art sleeves that like look really cool, you put them in like the clear Dragon Shield sleeve to like, and at least make them feel better. But you still can't riffle shuffle your deck. You still like basically holding a massive tower of Pokemon cards. I still think double sleeving is like pretty cringe. I mean, like, I understand it. It's just something I'm never going to do. I think like the worst though are the people. Like the thing that I find like most cringe out of all of it are the people who double sleeve, not because they have cards they want to protect. It's because they like want to make it so the sleeve art doesn't get damaged. Like they have like sleeves that they like and just want to. I don't like. It feels so much worse to shuffle though. Like you're basically shuffling twice as many cards, so you can't riffle, and like riffle's objectively the best shuffle. So Pokemon cards are so cheap. I don't care if my cards get bent. I really don't care. Oh man, like, yeah, it's like I've never ever done, and if you ever see me pile shuffling or playing with a double sleeve deck, I'm probably in a pretty sorry state. Like I've probably made a lot of poor choices with my life, like, and a lot more than just pile shuffling or double sleeving. Triple sleeve, bro. It'd be one thing if you're playing like your $3,000 Yu-Gi-Oh deck and you don't want to damage the cards, sure. But like most Pokemon decks you can get for decently under $100. It's like if you bought a car and you have an expensive car, you can keep it in the garage for years, and do you get enjoyment out of that? Maybe some people do, but for me, I don't know. Like I play some higher rarity cards in my decks. I get enjoyment out of that more than just having them sit in a binder. Well, some people just like having that in their deck. Like they feel good about having that, and usually when you feel good, you play better. Like you're more confident. You play better. What do you mean, Tog? I'm like, are you judging me? I played Pokemon TCG for 8 years. I obsess over this game. I don't know about that. There's some oh, cars. You said cards, so I was confused. Having a high rarity deck has nothing to do with your skill level. I actually have like mixed rare, like I might have like a full art of one supporter, but I like don't. I'll have like a min rarity of another. I'll have league promo of one. Like I'll play, but I won't ever play with mixed arts of a single card unless I have to. Like I'm not playing like a full art Tina V and a regular Tina V. Like no way, unless that's the only 2 copies I own. Full art supporters are clean, but unless I have to. Never catch me playing with reverse hollows or rainbow rares. Oh, mixed energies is the worst. Like the people play like 12 different energy arts. Like it is cringe. I just played 12 silver border lightning energies. Like I don't know. I don't know like why it's a big deal to me, but it just kind of is. Like, oh yeah, I got like fried at League the other day for saying reverses sucked. Like, they were like, James, what are you talking about? Reverses are awesome. And I'm like, no. Rev hollows are awful. The only Rev hollows I can vibe with are black and white. The rest are garbage. Nice, Blaziken. Yeah, I try to play with all silver border stuff if I can. Some things it's not possible. Like, I can't play silver border PokéStop. But as many things as possible, I'm using silver border. Yeah, that's the goal. Sometimes you can't, so Oh my goodness, Marp is out here like living a very privileged life of max rarity. Some people prefer to not play a deck that costs more than their plane ticket, you know? Like they would rather some people are okay playing with a $50 deck. Oh wait, I didn't realize that was a hot take, Blaziken. I mean, hopefully I don't get canceled for that. Well, usually most of our trainers are relatively cheap. So also just like I can play the 5-cent card or a $2 card. Like I'll just play with the 5-cent card. Like it doesn't give me so much value that I'm like, oh, I feel so great about having the shiniest deck that I'm going to spend a lot of money to make it that way. No, Rev like the foil pattern on their verse hollows is what sucks about them. Like I have to pick up the card to read it. Like I just like no. Like I can't even just like glance over. I gotta like grab your card and pick it up. It's just like I would like to be able to read the text on my card. Yeah. I mean, Rev Halls are still a step above Rainbow Rares. That's not saying anything. Rainbow Rares are awful. Like, truly, Pokemon's made some poor decisions over the years. But Rainbow Rares might be their worst. And I challenge you to come up with a better art design than Rainbow Rares. Okay, Black Gold. Oh, the Black Gold ones are awful, too. What's worse, chat? Rainbow Rare or Black Gold? Timeout also is very cringe. We might have another slow play. Oh, the black golds are so disgusting. Okay, maybe another slow play here. I mean, Guardian Mirror. It'd be that way. Break is fine. Break is absolutely fine. Is Arctic playing Lost Box? I don't know. We can look. Yep. Arcticus. Kyogre, Turbo, regular stuff. I don't know what a Platinum Rare is, so sorry. I'm talking Pokemon. I've never played any other TCG, so. Oh, okay. Gold rares are so bad. I just like, even like the foil effect on PTCGO or PCGL, you have to like still like take a second. Like you have to like squint and be like, what card is that? You like rainbows? We can't be friends. It's okay. But yeah, we can't be friends. Oh no. Oh my goodness. I feel like if you publicly endorse Rainbow Rares, you should be put on a list and you perhaps should be considered for a 1-year ban. Oh my goodness. What's happened to my chat? I failed, guys. If I leave one lasting impact on this world, I want people to know that Rainbow Rares are awful. Like, I don't even need to be remembered as the greatest Pokemon player of all time. Like, that'd be cool. But, yeah, Rainbow Rares, objectively one of the worst design choices. Oh my goodness. Sun and Moon Rainbows are the worst. Okay, no, Sword and Shield are actually worse, but Sun and Moon, awful. Emerald Red? What? I mean, you might get banned, Mark, but go ahead. Is anyone gonna... If anyone says black golds are good, though, then, like, I don't even know you. Oh, those black gold cards, like, they're even worse on live, because they're not even, like, a Pokemon card, really. Like, kinda mad. That's a nice way to put it. Like, you can't tell me that this looks good. This looks horrible. Like, I would take this over that. Like, at least I can see what the Pokemon is. Like, it stands out compared to the background. This, I can't even tell. Like, if this is upside down, at a distance, the RGB sucks. Like, the single strike one especially? I mean, the Duraludon's bad. Like, awful design choice. Absolutely terrible. Like this? No. This one is probably my least favorite out of all of them, though. Oops. This. Disgusting. What? I don't even know what you mean, Crow. What are we even talking about? Oh my goodness, another big timeout. Marp. First it was Arc Ray. Then it was Rainbow Rares. Now it's Black Gold. Dura the best one. Normally, I try to be a very patient person, especially with like people I know are very ill-informed. But like sometimes enough is enough. Like, sometimes you just gotta let them know. No, I'm not. It was just 10 seconds, Marp. It's okay. Don't get too mad, please. Too many bad takes in a row is going to get... Yeah, you can't get away with that. Like, I'm sorry. Power abuse? Yeah, if you don't like it, go somewhere else. I've never seen it, Tog. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure you broke, like, an international law of, like, most bad takes. Like, I think it's illegal to have that many bad takes in such a short period of time. Like, that's banned in several countries, including the United States of America. 8-minute timeout, like, I would probably call a judge. That feels like... You couldn't even do that, though. There's not 15 different Black Golds, is there? Yeah, I know. That's what happens when... That's what happens when we have lots of bad takes. Well, you can have a different opinion as long as it's differing and the same as mine. Tournament got canceled because, bro, this tournament has had this issue before in the past. I don't know if tournament organizers fell asleep. He's in Sacramento or something, just chilling, having a good time. Oh, but this is kind of dumb. I guess we're being a judge call, slow play issue or something. I don't know. We should be done with this tournament by now. What's the worst? Dragon Shield? Definitely a bright color. Probably white, pink, yellow. One of those like brighter colors like that. Okay. I respect that. I don't think rocks is needed. It's like a feel-good card, but let's see what Marb's list is looking like. Okay, cut Beach Court. That's the double stop. Why you cut the Pidgeot for it, Seal? You are... What? How can... No. You're never winning Mirror. I'm sorry. Oh, Wacko's a nice way to put it. 4 rods, though, at least. We only have one Zamazenta. Like, I'm just lost sitting it with Charizard. Cool. You're never being Mirror. That's like... Yeah, I think, Mark, out of all your takes, this one probably becomes the worst one of them all. Man. Yeah. I think that, like, just the Pidgeot, like, the reason why this deck didn't work in the past and Raymond was able to have success with it is because it couldn't accelerate the loss in the same way as another, like, all the other builds of LZB. So you're taking that away. You don't have the early aggression of like a Dragonite or something. You're like not doing anything until your opponent takes the knockout. Dang. Yeah, for sure. That, like, I don't know what fourth rod's in here for. I don't know what Raihan's in here for. Like literally, this deck. How are you 2-1-1? I think that's like speaks to your skill as a player, I guess. Like doing better than I am with that. I mean, lost a mirror. I guess we would assume that. No, I'll ban. No, I will delete my YouTube channel before I do that. I mean, this is getting stupid. Okay. Slow playing is cringe, guys. Just saying, if you ever think about slow playing, you're cringe. Your first Lost Box tournament? I mean, that's fine. Blaziken, you're borderline. You're getting close to Marp on number of bad takes consecutively. I mean, that's not a lie. Tog is pretty cringe. Stop, he's already dead. I hope the people, if you're watching the VOD afterwards, please pry this deck in the comments. Or just tell me, am I wrong for saying that this is cringe? All you people who are not here live. Because, I guess maybe cringe is what you're going for, then. It's a W. I remember it's freedom talk. What? No. Can bro get a favorable matchup? I mean, I've beat both LZBs I've hit, but they both have been like kind of Timmies. I don't know. It's like Kyogre, but like took out some good cards. Like you pretty much have to like high roll really good to stay in games, but like you've no early aggression, and you're not getting to the you're not getting to Lost Mine as quickly. So you're just like caught in the middle where like, yeah, we use Almost as a powerful attacker, or you basically equivalent speed of getting into the Lost Zone is Goodra, but Goodra still has Almost into, and then also can use Goodra. Like you're equally as Zamazenta deck to Goodra. You're equally as fast against the Lost Zone as Goodra. It was something, I guess. Alright, my post checked in. We're gonna wait. This is Turbo with Path. Path and Mew EX. So, dang, Path seems so bad. Okay, good, Marv. Good. You probably would have to get muted for a longer period of time if you were about to say, Sure, I won't see it till after stream, but go ahead. Yep. We like Goodra. No. Alright, Blaziken, I feel like you're trying to get banned, and since you're trying to, I'm not gonna ban you. You have to just continue living ignorantly with your bad takes over and over again. Until you accept the fact that they're all very wrong, I will not ban you. You're trying too hard. Alright, lost a flip. Bad deck. Opponent is going first. I don't think so. No. No, Joss? What are you talking about? kind of don't like opening Mew. Kind of sketch. Like 60 HP is just not amazing. And there's no Kyogre here. There is. I mean, like, it's not a crazy turbo. I mean, just playing Pat to the peak. Like, it doesn't make it harder for me. Well, they're not playing any sort of hand disruption. They're just playing Path. Playing 4 different Vs, Drapion, Pidgeot, Dragonite, Raikou, and Mew. So very heavy on the multi-prizers. How do you have space for all this stuff? Like, what did you cut? I guess you have to cut a... I cut a Nestfall. And you cut a... Kind of a crazy list. You should definitely under no circumstances be playing Judge and Lost Box. That would be very... I mean, even 9 energies, like, is sort of standard for Turbo. There's, like, not playing good stadiums, it's playing Path to the Peak instead. Like, Path, good stadium card. Like, objectively a strong card. It's just not helping you win the game. Like, I guess, like, the hope of it is just you drop it, and then they brick. You have nothing to help it stick. It's just basically a prayer. I don't even like it in Tina, and that's like where it's most conventionally run. Just playing cards in an inconsistent deck that don't help your consistency feels pretty bad. Like PokéStop and Artisan are such cracked cards. Even Beach Court's really good. Artisan was too strong. Bro was just too overpowered by it. Still have 3 rounds of this, and with the way they're running it, it's gonna be like 10 minutes downtime in between. And Turbo LCB, you should never run Path to the Peak. Because Beach Court, if Beach Court sticks for a turn, it gets so much value. Like, it can be multiple switching cards in one single card. Like, that is really good. Like, just, even getting like 1 retreat of it is not bad. And then you can get multiple, like 2, 3, it's just insane. Cutting a vacuum when you play no forest seal. I can't do it, Marp. Okay. Let's just go ahead. Get on Radiant Greninja. Let's use conceal cards. Found Battle Pass. Let's go. I somehow doubt that, Marp. Just a hunch that I have here. I just cannot agree with you. That's okay. We can agree to disagree, but I guess like Path is like shutting off Rotom. Like that's kind of cringe. Okay, let's just Irida. I'm just gonna like grab Rare Candy for next turn. My hand is just so loaded. I guess we'll grab a Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao like could be good to like trade evenly. I mean, I kind of figured. They have their strengths and weaknesses. In a metagame with lots of Miraidon and Chien-Pao, Zamazenta superior, but like any more Mew-based meta, I guess like Turbo is still like Kyogre's can be fine to me regardless. Like you have more Forest Seals than targets. That's not necessarily a great thing. You're less aggressive without the turbo stuff. Like Zamazenta, you're not doing any sort of damage until your opponent's taking at least 1 prize card. So maybe even for best of 1, like being more aggressive with turbo is probably better. Also, if we like continue to move, like if we continue just to keep moving toward. Like, yeah, and also, like, colorless Lugia being popular, like, you would want to play the Zamazenta build, because Zamazenta is trading much better with Snorlaxes than just popping it with Dragonite. So, I think as long as Chien-Pao, Miraidon, colorless remain on the top of people's minds, then, well, we're gonna still probably, I think Zamazenta is better, but, like, one kind of scary thing about the Zamazenta build, I think if the Mew player plays it right, with, like, Psychic Leaps and stuff, and has Penny, it's like very hard for you to take 2 prizes. That is fair. like Zamazenta, like you can go like Spit into Zamazenta, you got like Echoing Horn. I guess like with the other build you get kind of like Raikou, but you're probably not playing boss. Lost City's fine, it's just not a card that's helping you set up, so I know I put a very large emphasis on consistency. And sometimes that's good, and sometimes that's not so good. I mean, like, I'm not saying like, you should never tech, that like teching is objectively bad, because it's not. Yeah, I think as long as you know what you're doing, you should be like into Zard as Turbo. It's like not an easy matchup, but also it's not, I wouldn't call it hard either. We can knock out 2 Comfies here. So then we will instant charge. No, we're not using instant charge. Oh man, if that was IRL, that would have been rough, because I would have had to use that ability, and pretty bad. Not gonna lie. Okay, we go Candy Backs. We play the Canceling Cologne, just we do not forget that. That'd be insanely bad if we forgot about to play Canceling Cologne. Boom. I don't like that cut, honestly, Blaziken. Like, he's already cutting a rope to fit to play Beach Court. And like Beach Court's like kind of like a rope that you can Lost Vacuum out, so it's like not terrible. I'm gonna keep it the Kricketune around, actually. Nah, let's pitch it. Okay. W vacuum moment. Oh no. Cord is like, it's a solid card. And like, I want to be playing quite a few switch outs in my LZB deck. I don't like, if I can afford to, I don't really want to cut them. Come on, please let me react to damage. Thank you. How is it cringe? It's a good card. It's a card that helps you move. It can help you accelerate your Lost Zone. Like, it's providing more consistency. Not always, though. Like, you don't have to attach the energy. It's like literally a free pivot. It gives your Comfies free retreat, so you can put your energies elsewhere. Like, it's not always going to feel good to attach retreat. Like, what if you have to use Radiant Greninja and go attach gate? Or even on that final turn where you need to Kyogre. It sucks when you spend 2 gates just to swing like a Zamazenta or a Dragonite or whatever. Like, I don't think the card... I like the 1-on-1 Stadium split, honestly, because like PokéStop is good in spots, Artisan's good in spots, and Beach Court is good in certain spots. So you get like the best of every single world. And like usually Kyogre's not, I mean, like retreating is like not going to be like what am I trying to say? Like usually by that point in the game, Kyogre's got the energies in the discard pile. At least you should if you played it right. Unless you like did some sort of crazy recycler super early, and then at that point you're trolling. Especially if you're getting your hand disrupted. Like Beach Court is that down payment on a switch card. Like I can put it down the turn prior to an Iono, and I'm not gonna get it taken away from me, right? So, and then also it can be multiple switches on one card. I just think it's just pretty good. It's just hard to have Lost City in the perfect spot. Like I was using Forest Sealstone for it. And also just like you kind of have like you don't want to really Lost City early because then you can like lose some of your good attackers yourself. You have to save it for the end. But if you're saving it for the end, it can get taken away from you. So sort of hard to weave in correctly. Like I get it, it's definitely strong in the right scenario. But is it good enough frequently enough, you know? That chord is definitely a little funky. Right. Is using the path just a vacuum. Like you'd so much rather that be an Artisan or a PokéStop right now. Like at least you could get some sort of value out of the card. Is Bro about to use Moonlight Shuriken? I would love to see it. I have Manaphy in play. That'd be wild. No way. At no shot. Gate just to retreat? I really do not know. Yeah, you should not be playing Mew in LZB. What is this person doing, honestly? Yeah. Kind of cringe when the best thing about the card is the ability. SCR and water. I'd love to be able to just like knock out, do another Cross Cologne. But it's not happening this turn. Like, I can candy into the next Baxcalibur. Grab a Super Rod. And we actually probably should have grabbed like a more disposable card than Super Rod. I just think having Rod is probably still fine. We'll keep Arven around, but we'll discard one water. Because Arven's basically Skyla next turn. Script never fails. I don't know about that, but let's inspect the board. I could like get like one Kricketune card if I drop all these energies. But I don't really know if I need to. I don't think I mean, getting one Kricketune card is like not bad. What are you talking about? Vacuum, like vacuum in Gudra? Is that what you're talking about, dog? I wish I got a thin one. I guess my opponent plays no rocks, so we don't necessarily need to do that. So my opponent's using Sableye next turn, most likely, right? I would love to be able to fit Vacuum in Gudra. But it doesn't really work with the way I have the deck built. If I'm playing one Stadium card, it's just not going to be good very often. Like, if I'm playing like two Artisans, I still not have space for like tool cards too, then that's good. Like, I can get multiple, like, I can get value out of the Lost Vacuum frequently. But it is like, it's a dead card a lot of the time when you're playing just one Stadium, or you're totally dependent on your opponent activating it for you, which if your opponent knows that, quite easy to play around it. What actually is a flower selecting your vac again just to attack, or get to Lost Mine? I think there are stronger cards you could be playing than Lost Vacuum, personally. Especially playing two in Gudra, you only play the Stadium card to activate one. So the second one is just pretty much overkill. Like, it's kind of a blank spot in your list. Like, if you wanted another way to bounce past the peak, like, you can just play Artisan and help yourself set up more often. You play Beach Court or just, but it's good more frequently. Temple of Sinnoh, like, I mean, I don't think Temple is very strong either. I don't know if Dragon Shield has any colors aside from purple, or any other purple colors. My opponent can see it's cool. Honestly, I feel pretty. I'm like 3-0 against Lost Box technically on the day, but I feel like my opponents have drawn poorly and played not the greatest either. So I kind of take this 3-2 with a grain of salt. Maybe we can finish 5-2, still like a top 16 finish something, but I'm sure my opponent's win percentage is trash. Like, both my losses are 500 record-wise. Like, I'm sure mine is absolute garbage. Yeah, 40%. That's pretty rough. I don't know. Blaziken. Even yesterday, the record might look solid at 6-2. But, like, honestly, this round 2 is a no-show. Round 3 is a free matchup. Round 4 is a free matchup. Then this is, like, a tougher matchup that we didn't draw well against. This was against someone who misplayed. Then we went first in these 2 games. Like, we didn't really have, like, a game where it was just, like, I felt like I outplayed my opponents. I felt like it was kind of like a mix of, like, low rolls and good matchups and poor draw, like, or just poor draws and suboptimal play. I also kind of worried me about playing Chien-Pao to locals. Like, my average, like, the average person at my locals is going to be a better player than the people I'm facing on Limitless. I don't know about that, Tog. I'm just like not a fan of the color purple. Alright, see you Blaziken. Alright, so we have like 20 minutes until the next round. Got the 12-minute on the timer, and then the 8-minute the 8 minutes afterwards. We haven't looked at the metagame tab in a bit. Fusion Mew doing incredibly well, 4-0. Faced some pretty solid matchups though. Nothing that's like would be too challenging. Magnezone somehow 3-1. What is this even? Like, I know what it does, but like why? Like 220 is not all that impressive on a stage 2, and the first stack is totally dependent on your opponent. Like, I just limit my energy on the board and you're doing nothing. Like Starmie, but I guess your main attacker. I guess you like Miraidon and Raikou, but they're playing so many less. I guess triple Cheryl. You're just like trying to make super tanky and stuff. You play actually one draw supporter. Hold up. How is this person 3-1? This is like an absolute brick of a deck here. They're still playing. Am I missing something? This just looks like you're never like. I guess if I'm Miraidon, you fill up the board, but like you're not drawing any cards. You've Radiant Greninja. That's it. I know how to recover the energies, so seems pretty cringe to me personally. The Zeraora too. I feel like Flying Peak would be so much better when you like just have Raikou for holding for a seal. I mean, props to them for being 3-1 with like an unorthodox deck. I just feel like probably not how I would build the deck. We'll put it that way. Snorlax is doing well. Snorlax is a 3-1. Racing like Chien-Pao is not an amazing matchup for Snorlax with the Cologne and switchers and stuff. Okay. Now the Snorlax to 3-1. I see an Arc pile here. Oh, this is what won late night yesterday. I don't really like this deck either. You're kind of relying on hammers and Judge Path to like beat anything. I've been a big hater on just like random RCS decks for a while now. It's been a while since I've had a positive. You don't think Chien-Pao is a very good deck? You don't think Chien-Pao is a very good deck? No, ad, get away. I mean, you don't think it's that good? I would say that we have 8th place, we have 21st place, 25th place, 32nd place. You can't say the deck is not good. I'm sorry, but that's just foolish. Also, when you have probably the best matchup against the best deck. Oh, I'm not saying Chien-Pao is anything like amazing BDF contender. I think it's like kind of stuck in the middle a little bit, but it's not bad. It's like it's definitely we could play a tournament tomorrow and it could win. I'm sorry, Tog, but that's just, you're either ignorant or lying to yourself. How is the deck bad? What reason do you have? I know you're gonna drop inconsistent, but it's really not like, it's not the most consistent deck. I'll give you that. But just in terms of like the ceiling of what the deck can do when it gets set up is incredibly high. It's probably equivalent ceiling to like, or equivalent consistency to like Lugia. And you still see Lugia doing well. It's probably similar to Lost Box. Lost Box is doing just fine. Like, aside from the deck gets a little bricky, which there are multiple decks right now that are bricky, what is bad about Chien-Pao? You have probably the best Charizard matchup. You're still, like, you have a pretty good Gardevoir matchup. You take 50/50s into Miraidon and Lugia. So like, what specifically is not to like? Because I mean, it's a tough deck to sequence. Like, you've kind of some crazy sequencing situations that are headaches. You don't have a great Mew matchup. You kind of have to play Tomb. But I would say it's definitely not bad. Yeah, if you have something like, I mean, I personally, like, I've played the last 2 days. Like, I've been like overwhelmed by how good it's been. I don't think you can just discount it. Like, it's got top 8 at back-to-back regionals in this format. Over 1,000+ people. Like, you can't call that bad. Like, consistently showing up and doing well. What? First of all, Goodra is not a very relevant deck. And second of all, this is otherwise. And you should not be attacking with Goodra in the Chien-Pao matchup. If you're attacking with Goodra versus Chien-Pao, you're probably losing. It is, in fact, not too hard to... You don't need 8 energies. Because, like, you just need 6. Because 6 times 60 is 360, minus 80 is 280. So, you, you're fine. Like, the Goodra is okay. And it's favored if the person's attacking with Goodra. Like, that, you definitely do not want to be swinging with Goodra versus Chien-Pao. Well, also, it's like a struggle for Goodra to get turn 2 Rolling Iron, if you want to, like, play that game. So, the Chien-Pao player basically has 3 turns to find that. And, like, the Goodra taking a negative price rate, it's taking me 200, it's like using 200 into a Frigibax, or just 200 into... Assuming you go first, you have to have 3 flower selectings on the first turn, 2 on the next turn, and a chorus. You have to have very strong hands, lots of switch cards, VIP passes. It's not easy for Goodra to be announcing Rolling Iron on the second turn. But like, also, Goodra's damage is just not very, does not trade efficiently into Chien-Pao's. Like, even if you just, so when you the like, the Chien-Pao player, like, you go first. The Chien-Pao player does nothing the first few turns. I'm not saying it's impossible, but, like, it's not likely. It's not a statistically likely outcome. Like, of course you can do it. You have the, like, there is a percentage chance. Like, even if, like, the Goodra player does exactly what it wants to do, turn 2 Rolling Iron, the Chien-Pao player misses for 2 turns, I still can just go on my third turn as Chien-Pao, have 6 energies in my hands, and blow up your Goodra. We are tied at 4 prizes. And you had the ideal turn 1 and turn 2, and I did not. Like, if you want to be doing well in that matchup as Goodra, you should be using Cram early. If they do have Chien-Paos in the active, you use your Zamazenta, but, like, if they should be attacking like Baxcaliburs and stuff to say single prize. And, like, for the most part, you can stay pretty even with them. They may be able to jump ahead with the Canceling Cologne Greninja play, but then you can just go Roxanne, KO Barrel, and then they can, like, struggle to continue to finish the game. Like, even if you are playing 2 vacuums, that, like, will help you get, like, in theory, that'll help you get turn 2 7 more frequently. Like, will it really, though? You play 1 stadium card to activate it. You pretty much have to draw. You're incredibly hot to get turn 2 Rolling Iron on your second turn going first. It's easier on your second turn going second because you have 2 choruses. So as long as you have 3 flower selectings in 2 turns. Yeah. You know what? But either way, I would rather, like, even I'm assuming best case scenario, and I'm getting turn 2 Rolling Iron, I still don't want to bench the Goodra. It's like still too easy for the Chien-Pao player to knock it out. I'd rather just have Kramer in the active spot. Well, then you're getting like you're just getting lucky then. Like it's like it's gonna happen sometimes. Like it's not an impossible outcome, but it takes a lot of work to get there. It's not like something that's pretty easy, you know? Like it's not like you're playing Forest Seal and back and stuff to like really accelerate the Lost Zone. Like that's the biggest issue the biggest issue I had with it, like when I took it to League Cups and stuff, is like games against Lugia were pretty scuffed if you did not find Rolling Iron on turn 2. So I lost back-to-back best of 3 sets to Lugia decks just because I could not set up quickly enough. Like if Goodra got turn 2 Rolling Iron every single time, it would be a very, very good deck. Oh, I'm against Dom. Cool. Like I think Goodra with turn 2 Rolling Iron is not unfair to say is the best deck in format. Or one of the best decks in format. But I would honestly say that it's probably less than a 50% chance to get that. You have to have like 3 switch cards or 2 switch cards. Or yeah, you have 2 switches, 3 Comfeys. You also have to get Goodra on the bench. You have to probably hit like 2 VIPs. Like a Jet Energy really helps, like open Comfey. Then also have Colress to follow up with, like. But also just please don't swing with Goodra period against Chien-Pao. Alright, well we're facing someone that I know this round, so that's kind of cool. If they show up. I'm going to stream snipe, so that's always fun. All right, we're up against our like 4th Lost Box deck, so that's pretty crazy. Yeah, not really too pleased with this. Like, not facing any Charizards. Facing oh, you should have beat the Gardevoir. Like Lost Box, like especially this Zamazenta Lost Box. One of our worst matchups for sure. It's okay. We'll still be alright. Is my opponent gonna check in? Hasn't checked in yet. Alright, well let's go flip over to that. That'd be funny. If bro does not check in. Not there yet though. Yeah, I know. No shows are pretty cringe. Definitely want to like have games for the stream. Like that's kind of the point. Play Pokemon cards. Yeah, but this is crazy. Like, this is our 3rd time facing this particular deck. We are 2-0 against it. I don't feel like my opponents have drawn or played very well, but oh no, that is unfortunate. What? That guy already checked in. Weird. Yeah, that happens with Lost Box. Just the sequencing gets a little funky sometimes. Yeah. Well, that's good. Like, just if you don't get too upset over it, just have a good laugh and do better next time. That's kind of what it's about. We're all at the end of the day, we're all just playing Pokemon, so. All right, come on, Dom. I'm definitely harassing you on Saturday if you know showed against me. Oh, he's 30 seconds left. All right. Bro is definitely sniping and trying to irritate me. All right. Well, we actually have to play, which is good and bad. We get stream content, but then also we're facing like not a great matchup, so that is Not amazing. Oh no, I got a ping in the Discord. Bro, Tall, you sent me the picture, but like I can't even like. You couldn't just send me like a scan of the card. I'm just kidding. I'll look at it closer when we're done here. All right. Let's get it. Oh, for sure. Kyogre is definitely the hardest deck in form. I don't think anyone should debate that, or there's not really any debates to it. But like, if you know what you're doing, it is such a good deck. There's really no game that you're out of. Like, always having that like 4 prize comeback potential, especially like, mostly single prize or strictly single prize. You have so many more turns, so you get more lost mines, more spits. Like, you have more time to stay in games too. It makes it even more hard to play because like no one when to scoop, you know, in these potentially very long games. But it's pretty fun. I know I get multiple comments or to see people say how boring the Lost Box engine is. I know it gets monotonous to see like the same cards in the same decks, but like if you actually pick up and play Lost Box, I didn't really enjoy what like all the different stuff the deck can do, like the amount of options it has. And maybe like some people like that's not their cup of tea because like they just prefer more. Oh, I agree. Lost Box is incredibly fun. I think it's just like I think Chien-Pao is funner personally, but I would say Lost Box is still very fun. Openings on my Zentu, that's their second worst starter, only after Kyogre. But yeah, I feel like people who say Lost Box engine is unfun are the same people who say like the Inteleon engine is not fun. It's just like, well, okay. Yeah, every deck was playing Inteleon, but also you get so much control over the game. Like that's really cool. Like honestly, in my opinion, the most like fun catching before the conceal, bro. You want a hard retreat, like or save up for the hard retreat. All right. Okay, let's Shivery chill. Okay, in this situation, I'm gonna Irida before stop because I don't want like to get my frog milled on the first turn. Or Manaphy, like very valuable cards. How much do I care? Like one in the lost zone. I just don't give you stop and I Rotom. I'm not getting frog next turn. Just trust. I won't I shouldn't have attached. I'm like criticizing because I get criticizing him for sequencing and then not doing it right myself. 3 SCRs. I don't want these yet. Yeah, I feel like the people who criticize Lost Box and criticize Inteleon are the people who like don't have the experience and the skills to properly harness those decks. Because like when you are playing Lost Box right, it really feels like you just cannot lose. And that's like, I mean, winning is fun. That's why we all play this game, right? So I think it kind of comes from like a point of like frustration where this is all you face and you lose to it. So you like, I want to pick up this deck and I want to play it and do well with it. But it's a hard deck to play, so you pick it up and it doesn't work. So you just kind of get angry at the world because your Zorobox or Tinkaton deck, whatever fun deck you have built, Meowscarada, or whatever you play, gets clapped by LZB. But you can't play it, so you like it's like the Pokemon TCG it's like a death spiral a little bit. Okay. Sealed. I could get there. Not helpful. But I get a I actually got there. Because this gets candy, FSS could get the cologne, so yeah. We can knock out Manaphy, knock out V, and jump right out here. Seems good. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. Start Alchemy. Do not press instant charge. I always seem to prize 1 cologne against this deck. Sort of odd. Alright, we'll play the the Canceling Cologne. Cross Switchers. Finally get this turn 2. Feels good. I have not gotten this nearly frequently enough. It's been very hit or miss. But we actually get there this time, so. Ugh. I'm getting kind of tired. Well, it also draws a lot of cards. You get access to broken attack. Like, that's honestly not an amazing take because, like, how good would the Lost Engine be without Sableye? Without Cramorant? It's like a free attacker that's doing solid damage as early as turn 1. Like, Sablezard is a Lost deck that exists without Mirage Gate. So, I think Sableye and Cramorants are the biggest enablers. Like, if you didn't have those, the deck would be basically like a 2-prize box deck, and that wouldn't be nearly as powerful. Honestly, without Sableye, Lost Box just gets a ton worse. Like, the card just does so much. Both Force Seal. Okay, back in Force Seal. PokéStop. Busted Stop. I'm glad I didn't give it to him last turn because it would have gone crazy with Stop. Getting down the double Comfy. What's like sort of awkward is he has to play Rod early just to put Manaphy back on the board. Not ideal, but you sort of have to. Otherwise, Greninja's getting like too much value for me. My opponent's up to 7, but must not quite be at the Mirage Gate or has too many energies in hand or something. So I guess like using Super Rod isn't the worst thing in the world. I just go back into Friggy. Like, if you want to retaliate or spit, I don't really mind. I don't want to go into any of the other guys or Zombas. I'm taking like up trade and get back into the game or take out my Baxcalibur. There's Echoing Horn. You'll love to see it. Echoing Horn is very strong with Kyogre, but like sometimes I feel like it could be cut. Like, I know it's such a powerful swing card in the late game, but like actually setting up and getting to the late game is kind of good. Alright, my opponent got back down Manaphy. I can Nest Ball, back down Manaphy. You can like Mirage Gate or just use Spit this turn. So with the other Canceling Cologne being prized, I actually can't use Cross Cologne again. Also, my opponent just whiffs this knockout. I'm gonna be up 3 prizes. Another rope. I'll just go back into the Frog. Like, Frog loses a lot of value now that I guess my opponent can use Radiant Greninja. That's pretty good. Maybe I should have looked to put down Manaphy last turn. Or 90 on Bax, 90 on Friggy. Splitting here. I guess by second gate. Yeah. Okay, this is awkward. Definitely what my opponent should be doing here. Imagine if they had, could they like echo anything back? Okay, not yet. So I'm doing 90 on Bax, 90 on Friggy. Yeah. So yeah, this is where things are kind of awkward. 4-2-1? Don't you still have 2 rounds after this? Or am I cringe? Let's get down the Frigibax. Actually, we get down Manaphy's a higher priority right now. Like, I'm only getting 1 down this turn. I want it to be. I guess I can Ultra Ball for that. Friggy. I don't feel bad about discarding Tomb at all because they don't have that Quick Horn anymore. Yeah, it's 7, but isn't this round 6? Or is my record? Did I just forget to update my record? Yeah, it's just round 6. So you still have 1 more. Mark. Don't go away yet. Dang. Hand is very awkward. Do I just use Chien-Pao? Ugh, that is disgusting. I think I do. Like, I don't want to SER any of these cards. Yeah, I was confused. Like, oh, did I forget to report around? Like, what's going on here? But, okay. Doesn't even need to use Gate to get this play to work. Hopefully we can find the Cologne off the prize this turn. It's fine. We'll be tied after this. Okay. Cologne? I mean, Penny is kind of like the next best thing, I guess. But like, now it's really awkward to kill this Zamazenta with his PokéStop. It's awkward to kill this Zamazenta without the Cologne. Like, I want to use another Chien-Pao. Why did I always prize a Cologne? That makes things so much more difficult. Squad Bernat, Black Gold, Dura, Chien-Pao, sorry. No. I'm sorry, just no. I mean, yeah, 4-2-1 would still be a good finish though. But you still got one more game left, Mark. Don't get ahead of yourself. Playing rope? Okay. That's fine. Huh. So I have to not have energy in hands? Like, I could have just straight up promoted the Zamazenta and just take a knockout. I don't know. There's like not a lot of strength to being Arceus. Vulpix doesn't cover all your bases. I mean, it'd be a pretty funny meme style deck, I think, especially if like your local area is like full of like Zards and Guardies and colorless where Vulpix would body. Like, Manchester Bridge is like so dodgy. Like, you're like totally destroying some decks, but then like losing to Miraidon, losing to Tina, single strike Lugia. I know those decks are not like the most relevant ones. I mean, like Miraidon is though for sure. And even Lost Box would still be a little sus. Like, I don't think Turbo would be all that amazing for you. Alright, we see the Pidgey outplay. What would Mawile do, Pokemon Catcher? Like, you should already be beating Guardy with Vulpix. Like, as long as you have like Vulpix Lost City, you can Lost Zone their what's it called? Their Cresselia. They don't have anything to hit through your guy. Mawile's more of a soft check though. Like, it can work, but it has to have a little go its way, you know? Like, has to either they have to run out of Jet energies, or just have a Luminion on the bench. Like, as long as they don't bench Zar, which they shouldn't, they don't bench Luminion, which they shouldn't, or well, they might. Even if they just keep Jets, like, it's okay. I'm gonna take knockout with Chien-Pao, and I'm gonna draw Cologne off the prize, 100%. Okay, let's just go ahead and Super Rod, throw back in Frog and a couple waters. Yeah, that's like the issue with Vulpix, is you can't play it alone because it like loses other stuff, but the part like doesn't have a friend that helps it out enough. Charizard, stop, bro. Lugia Zard, what the heck? Okay. Let's just press this now. Oh, Truther. I've been like super pessimistic on Arc-Pile for like the longest time, and like that's not changing anytime soon. Like, the deck is definitely lacks a lot of power right now. Yeah, I'm loading up the Frog. I'm just trusting that I find Canceling Cologne. Like, 33% chance. 33% of the chance, 100% of the time. Okay, Vacuum. If I just Vacuum out the stop, just like take stop away from my opponent. I lose Kricketune, but my deck is so small anyway, like I don't really care. It just means they get to do less. Like, that is fine. Alright. Usually, if this is how the game goes, like I'm using Chien-Pao 2 times, I'm probably losing, but I guess my opponent's just like set up awkwardly enough. Yes, I told you guys. I told you. So It's like stop gives me pretty good odds of getting there. So maybe there's just like arguments like I don't care. Okay. Well, I guess can go 6 and 6. Take 2 prizes. Allutra's pretty nice there. Obviously, just really has very little merit right now. I just... No Roxanne, though. Nice. Like, okay, besides just playing Path Judge, which other decks can do arguably better. There's, like, not really, at least in my eyes, any point to be an Arc deck. Like, you're too slow into Miraidon. Like, you're just not, you're not able to keep up with the consistent one-shots of Guardy, Tina, Chien-Pao. I mean, Charizard just still outbulks you sometimes. Lost Box can be too aggressive, or, yeah. Maybe in like a more narrow format, like Dura could carry, Vulpix could carry, Flying Pika, but like, there's too much that the deck has to beat right now, in my opinion. Another double gate would really be, wow. Well, I don't know what switches. Like, bro is just, I guess, only the card left. Just use them up early. Actually, yeah, it doesn't have any switches left. Dang. 3 medals on his Zamazenta, though, is pretty funny. I mean, we probably win. We're not quite there yet. I guess I can see, like, 4 cards, so... Okay. We have it. That was funny, because I always could use Penny in concealed cards again. Yeah, every deck has bad matches, but RCS has a ton of them. Especially in this balanced format. You're gonna have bad matchups, but like RCS has way too many of them. Like, what decks in a vacuum are like, okay, Arc Vulpix may be able to beat Charizard, may be able to beat Guardy, Colorless Lugia. But like, it still has... I probably do smack with back. Well, no, I can't. I mean, yeah, I probably go like Cologne backs plus load up second backs and like, or load up Frog and checkmate. Probably. Yeah. Oops, not 43 and 2. That'd be too good. All right. Cool. So 1 match left until the next one. But if I don't just hit Cologne, which I have a ton of dig, I can go conceal cards, I can Penny and conceal cards again. I think I have like a couple stops in deck too, so like I'm probably hitting that Cross Switcher, honestly. But if I don't, yeah, we're swinging with Cologne backs. And then like they can go take... Wait, how many prizes did he have left? Did he have 2 prizes left? Something we lose to Lost Mine, right? I'd probably Penny and pick up Manaphy, actually, then, if I whiff off the first concealed, just so we don't lose to Manaphy. Or lose to Lost Mine. Alright, there's like no way we're ever making it, like, even anyway, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people at 511. Like, we're never making cut anyway with this record, but also opponent's win percentage. It just like kind of sucks to lose early. Like, sometimes you can offset it a little bit. Which somehow I'm 4-0 against LZB, but like haven't beat anything else. But also I feel like these Lost Box players haven't set up very well against me. Whether that be like self-inflicted or just bricks, like it feels like they haven't had the easiest time getting going here. 1 match left, a 4-1. Arc Pile is lacking hammers and stuff against Guardy. Actually, my only loss is like doing decently, which I thought I won, but actually I had lost. I don't really know what to think with these results with Chien-Pao. Because, like, it's not like the record of it being 10-4 overall is like not bad. It's not amazing. Also, I feel like a lot of my wins have been, I don't want to say illegitimate, because like I still won those games, but definitely kind of at least fortunate that my opponents have had, like, whether it be coin flips or opponent drawing. Like, it doesn't really give me a ton of confidence in a deck that's like, at least in my limited sample size, has been very, like, a lot of my wins have not come off my own deck just rolling my opponents either misplaying or just not setting up. I'll have to keep thinking about it. Might still be playing Chien-Pao this weekend. I mean, I can't believe I'm 4-0 versus LZB. Like, that is ridiculous. Alright, oh, okay, let's actually see what's at 6-0. We have the Fusion Mew going all the way. It's pretty ridiculous. Fusion Mew. Did it beat Kyogre? It did actually beat Kyogre. That's pretty impressive. So then we have at 5-1. Wait, we saw that one. That one was Kyogre. We have Kyogre, Guardy, Sablezard, Chien-Pao. I'm working. Actually, not. Whoa. This is not very conventional. Chien-Pao 60. Oh, I'm not playing PokéStop. Oh my goodness. 3 Iono. 3 bosses orders. No cross switchers. Losing out on Cross Cologne feels so gross. In return, playing Skaters Park and Lost City. Like, I guess, like, you're, like, sometimes going boss Manaphy Lost Zone. But that feels so bad to go out of your way to hit a single prizer. Yikes. Miss Arc Pile. I mean, I kind of do too. I like RCS is like definitely one of the ways I. This is a Snorlax, isn't it? Okay. I mean, not too bad a matchup. We were able to beat it yesterday. They're actually playing their own tomb, like when Rotom's integral to their early game. We beat Alax yesterday. Just don't want to open either Mew or Kricketune or Rotom. Just like want to chill. Like, I'm fine going slower, just like using my Iridas and Arven just to grab my Cross Switchers and Rods and Colognes so they can't get taken away or get discarded. We have quite a few ways to move our Pokemon around, like whether it be Cross Switchers early and then Colognes later, like Tombs to slow down their early draw. We can attack with most every Pokemon that we put down. So shouldn't be too bad of a time, honestly. I don't know how it's checked in too, so that is. And I like playing 2 Misfortune Sisters is definitely on the light side for these Snorlax decks. Playing double Yakumo and like yeah, a couple Crushings. Actually playing Grabber. I don't know. Actually, like Grabber, I guess is slowing your opponent down. But I feel like just playing Sisters to mill switching cards is just like better than just using Grabber. Like, Grabber will slow them down, but like you're not proactively winning, so it doesn't mean too much if you're like making them set up 1 or 2 turns slower. I think you probably should be playing 4 Sisters in Snorlax. You have to go aggro with that and just mill all their switching cards out. Alright. Once checked in, just is not here yet. On Chien-Pao, one more. One more. I like this deck a lot. It's very fun. I'm just like not sure this particular build is like the most competitive way to play it. You're definitely weaker to hand disruption late. And like I haven't been so explosive with the Rotom where it's like, okay, this is for sure the way to play it just because it sets up so much faster. So we'll have to keep thinking about it. Just end up back on Gudra for my challenge this weekend. The mirror. Yeah, just you probably just go second and take the first knockout with a Cramorant and just be like, I'm gonna get ahead of you. And if you don't get ahead, Roxanne is Roxanne plus mine carries, I guess. But yeah, since you're like not getting 10 first like ever unless they brick, you kind of just have to like, take the first one with Cram and hope like that's just enough. This is getting weird. My opponent's like not with the friend request. It's like 5 minutes into the rounds. Bruh! Opponents. Opponent's just like checked in but not. Checked in but checked out. Please, please, please show up. I don't want to call a judge. I don't want to be that guy. But like also, they're not here. Okay, I sent the message. Like sent friend request. It's like past the check-in timer. This is kind of a scummy move because my opponent could be having internet issues or something, but also they could be like intentionally like milking time right here because it's a bad matchup. But like also who cares like about tying at 4-2? Okay, good. Like maybe one thing if we were like 5-1 and want to tie, like who cares about tying at 4-2? It makes you feel better about yourself, I guess. But I'm just gonna assume that yeah, I think that's like pretty much your only win condition is either, yeah, you could go second and pop off. Opponents sometimes Snorlax players choose to go first and sometimes they choose to go second. Okay. Alright, they choose to go second. I think that makes more sense. You can go like Arven for VIP. I opened Chien-Pao. That's about the best we can ask for. Just get the waters out of the deck. Honestly, Penny in this deck is another switch out for us. Yeah, well, I don't know. They still should get Lost Mine first. Like, it's still probably optimal for them to go first. Open crowd, that is not good for them. Happy Ball? VIP? I saw one back, so the first one was like, no. I think double backs would have been so incredibly cringe. I'm gonna actually Shivery and then Concealed first just to have max info for this. Like I could just draw into Friggies and stuff, and right, that's good. Let's get Tomb down so there's no Rotom. Bench second Friggy. I'm not benching my own Rotom, I can tell you that for sure. Yeah, with Penny, this matchup's like even better. So, I mean, we have the turn 2 knockout on the Grabominable. Sure, Grabber. I mean, Grabber is just like kind of anti-synergistic with Erica here because you have to throw the Rotom to the bottom. And like, you kind of like to Erica plus Snorlax that, and it at least make me have to have some switches and stuff. Like right now I can attack with everything. I mean, you can just use Fade Out to get rid of the Tomb. Boss, bring up Tomb. Pass. I'm still knocking out Crab. I'm just not using concealed cards. And yeah. Should already kind of be over. Like it just always sucks for the lax player. But a very weak first turn, and then also just like open Crab. Like basically like only have like 4 turns to. Like Snorlax has to like bleed prizes just to whittle down your switching cards. It's a lot harder to run me out of switching cards when you have 2 less turns to do it. And Tomb it's funny since like playing this deck, I'm playing Spiritomb. The only times where Spiritombs come in handy has been shutting the Rotom off of these Snorlax players. Like, kind of messed up. Definitely not how it's supposed to be. Boss's orders once again. I mean, I can just Penny and win the game. Alright. Well, that was pretty easy. I'm sure I was probably tilted because, like, who plays Penny and Chien-Pao? Chien-Pao or Penny Chien-Pao. The idea was for LCB, and, like, I actually kind of liked it. Like, it was pretty nice in the LCB matchup. Well, I'd say 5-2 overall is, like, it's not a bad record. We still have stuff we need to work on. Like, I probably could have beat that second Miraidon had I played better. Penny. And also probably could have had a... I mean, like, pricing double SCRs was awful. Maybe you could have done it better as well. I'll have to maybe watch back the gameplay and figure out how I messed up, how I can do better. So let's see. I don't think we're probably gonna be winning any prizing tonight, unfortunately. Alright, let's press win. Got some ties going here. Does top 16 get anything? I guess 2 codes. Am I getting top 16 though? Any meta reads for Sacramento? I have a few. I expect Miraidon to be a top 3 most played deck. I feel like single strike Lugia might become the more predominant build just because of the better Miraidon matchup. And Charizard loses a little percentage, like Miraidon, Chien-Pao, DT, Mew gains percentage. I'd personally not be on Mew myself, or at least DTE, because I'd be very afraid of lots of tombs being thrown around. Like whenever people see Mew at the top, like people like way over attack for it. I still think Kyogre, solid call. Like, you can't really go wrong with like Lost Box or Guardy. I'd be cautious with DTE. Could be opening up for Tina if like single strike becomes like the dominant build. Colorless is on the decline. Maybe we could find a way for Tina to get back in here. Gudu's not amazingly positioned right now. I don't hate that call tilt. Just like Lugia being not super popular. Are you playing Tomb Yakumo, or I don't know if you need to play Yakumo. Just like playing, I think Tomb bodies DTE. Like if you go first and get Tomb, you should just be beating DTE. Yeah, I don't think that's honestly too bad of a call. Colorless, and I guess just Lugia in general should be lesser played just with the. Yeah, it can come in clutch against like Lugia and Zard. I don't hate the Rapid Strike meta call, honestly. Like, you're also just reasonable into Chien-Pao, Guardy, Charizard. Like, Rapid Strike has a pretty... Like, it's a unique matchup spread where it's... You're amazing into some decks. I don't, like... This matchup is better for, like, these... Maybe, it's just weighed down because of, like, bad Rapid Strike players, but these matchups are better than this for you, I feel like. Chien-Pao is definitely not unfavored. But the Lugia matchups are simply awful. Yeah, Lugia and Mew matchups are pretty atrocious. But like, against most of the meta, seems pretty good. I don't hate that meta call tilt. At least just from where I'm sitting at today. But it wouldn't surprise me if there's like flocks of people on Miraidon just because it did so well. It was good for the meta the previous weekends. And you kind of don't have to turn on your brain for that deck. And there's no concern about ties, really. So it is definitely pretty enticing. So taking a good Miraidon matchup does seem pretty important. Hopefully not. And that's kind of the risk you take there, just playing the matchup roulette with Urshi. I think most of the time though, like Charizard's probably still sticking as the most popular deck. Miraidon's probably top 3. Honestly, like Lugia was like 15, right? Or like was it like 15 or 12? Something around that ballpark in Peoria. Wouldn't shock me if it drops to sub 10%. I think Mew gets up there though. Like there's a lot of Mew bots who are just like waiting for someone else to like basically waiting for confirmation that the deck was still fine. I think Rowan's list is pretty good. Yeah, Lugia's conversion percentage was garbage, but also just like Miraidon did really well. Charizard did fairly well. And those are two of the deck's tougher matchups. I don't know, like, I know I've been a pretty avid supporter of Gudra over the last few weeks, but I don't know if I'd play it for Sacramento. Like, even with Tomb, the Mew matchup can still be scary. Yeah, I think Rowan's right, though. Like, Mew's always best when no one expects it, and it's on everyone's radar again. So, I think, like, the Mew, but, like, the people who, like, main Mew are going to be on it regardless. Like, they've been playing the deck since Fusion Strike. But, like, Mew's just, like, like, truly like, one of the ultimate meta call decks where you, like, have to time perfectly, really. Like, kind of like at NAC, everyone was playing Tomb and Drapion, and then for Worlds, no one was, so it capitalized, and then, like, kind of... Yeah. At least Fusion's, like, you're not nearly as disruptive, but, like, Fusion just, like, doesn't care too much about Tomb, so Yeah, if I were playing Mew, I'd probably play Tomb. Or not play Tomb, if I play Mew, I'd probably play Fusion. Well, actually, one of my locals got top 32 in Peoria with a Fusion. I think beats two Zards. Like you still like Judge Path early. You have Ice Skew. You Box Disaster. You have outs. It's not like an amazing matchup, but like sort of winnable. Like if you can go like turn 2 like Judge Path plus some Ice Skew Snipe, they're Pidgey. That's tough. They got a lot to get off that dead singular Judge. I mean, yeah, Judge Path can find a way against anything, but also like combining it with the Ice Cube Snipe. It's like at least game 1, they're never benching Manaphy. I don't know, because like they still have quite a, like they maybe playing like double back, quad Arven. I mean, it's like look at the percentage here. Like it's probably not. I don't know for certain, but probably not amazing. Like 43%. Like if Luxray can bump that up to closer to a 50-50. It is like sort of an awkward card, but like also just showing Judge Path, Snipe plus Grabber, or even just without Grabber. It's just like a really crippling combo of cards for Charizard to get through. I know Rowan like didn't like face a ton of Zards, like it wasn't like really severely tested, but I'm pretty sure like he beat both Zards that he faced through like 1-1 versus Zard. I personally have not played a game with the Luxury package yet. I'm like a fan of it on paper. Actually quite a few IDs. I guess every table can't tie. I'm surprised this one didn't. Maybe they're honest win percent. I mean, not really. Lost to 1 Zard, but didn't he only like phase 2 or something? It kind of gives you that alternative line though. Like if you're like a weaker first turn, you still can like against any deck you can go turn 2 Path, Bang Snipe, Judge. Kind of, I mean, you can say play to cups and challenges, but it kind of depends on your area. So at least for me, the people around me really tech for Mew pretty heavily. Like even though there's not like a ton of Mew, like the best player plays Mew. There's usually a couple Mews, but it's not like the most popular deck, but people still tech for it. So it's like kind of hard to like pick up DT when almost everyone in the room has Spiritomb in their list. I mean, like maybe in your local area. Locals is just like kind of mental. Like it doesn't always make sense, but it's there. We have a few matches left. I'll just stick out to the very end, see if we get any sort of top card. Oh, where was my list up here? No, this was a different Chien-Pao list. There's mine. But yeah, I mean, it just kind of depends. Like that's locals for you. Like also, my locals is like a little bit of everything. Like there's not like one super dominant deck, but like I went up to a different area for cups and challenges, and like at my local shop, nobody plays Lugia aside from me. And then at that shop I went to for that League Cup, half the room was Lugia, half the room was, and like a third of the room was like Turbo, and like no one plays Turbo or Lugia at my local shop. So it was like, if you exclusively played at that one shop, you'd think like, wow, Lugia, like everybody plays Lugia. Like it was like half the room was Single Strike. It was kind of crazy. And then the second cup, the next day, over half the room was on Turbo. It was just like this crazy local meta. You don't always, doesn't always make sense. Right, four games left. I guess I was gonna talk about my list here, but I'm gonna have to get more games with it. Like I'm thinking about taking it to a cup this weekend, or not a cup, a challenge. It feels really good, like if you get that sauce early of the turn 2 packs cross Cologne. I think there's like the build, like a lot of those, yeah, the build that Lucas Singh played at Pittsburgh. It's like not gonna be quite as strong early on. Like Rotom is just such a powerful card to like try to get that stronger turn 2. But also you're kind of sacking your late game a little bit, so we're just like hoping that Rotom gets us to Greninja faster, so then that like gets us far enough ahead, I guess. We definitely had moments where Path to the Peak plus Iona in the late game has been very sketchy. It probably turns into a meta call thing too, because like if you're playing like game 1 they're never dropping Tomb, but game 2 they go first and drop Tomb against you. That's pretty awkward. Like you can't get the Rotom value. Then at that point you're just like a worse Chien-Pao deck. Then I mean, I guess you like force him to get Tomb. At least like we have like a pseudo barrel, and then also has Force Seal synergy. Like I could see Lumineon coming into list. It's like something I was thinking about earlier. Just so like we have a little more card draw, so we're not just like totally like, because every deck's like at least like Gardevoir, if they play an Iono on us, like we still have Kricketune to like refill our hand a little bit. It's something that I still need to work on this list a little bit. Like I don't really want to play Tomb, but I sort of like have to for locals. I feel like if I want to win, I'm probably gonna have to beat one Mew. I don't think I'm beating Mew without it. Other than that, like the list feels pretty gas when it gets going. It's just like Chien-Pao, so there's like a decent amount of variance, just silly hands with it. I do like having just like Arven and Irida. It's just like more like I'm buying 6 supporters instead of 4, so I just have like I have more good cards, I guess. I don't hate Lumineon though. I'll have to mess around with that tilt. That's like not a bad call. And but like I was thinking like yesterday, because like I struggled pretty hard with Lost Box yesterday, and I was thinking like how do I fix that matchup? Like obviously Iona would be like is the main card. It's hard to have Iona right at the end. Where like Penny is just good on more turns. Like I can attack with Chien-Pao early and not be afraid of it just like being a 2-price bench setter late in the game. Like I can still just Penny and pick up. Oh, that last round against the Snorlax, or just like Penny can, and also just in certain situations, Penny can be like a second Shivery Chill or a second conceal cards. It can get Rotom off the board, so you have a wider bench late in the game. Oh, against oh yeah, I think I went first, and I pretty much just like bodied them. I got like turn 2, knock out on Lugia, and it was like pretty much over. So that was just basically a coin flip. Like whoever goes first should win. It probably is in some situations. Like the games where you like want to use 3 of them, which is a decent number of them. But like, I like don't want to open Chien-Pao ever. Well, not ever, but against Miraidon, it feels like it's probably your worst starter in the deck, aside from maybe Tomb. Like it can get kind of silly with Hisuian, with PokéStop. Obviously a third is like probably one Ditto now. I don't know, like I don't have space for a third Chien-Pao. I'm not playing today. I just like, don't know what like I wanted to fit a card like Penny to enhance the Lost Box matchup. Cause I don't want to scoop LZB. But then there wasn't a cut that felt great. Like I didn't want to cut Tomb and then like sack to Mew. I didn't want to like cut like Kricketune is kind of like a feels good in the late game. I didn't want to cut Mew because like that card's pretty busted. Or Vacuum or just 4-2 whiffs top 16. Oh, that's tragic. I don't know if I'll get it at 5 and 2. I played the 70 HP Friggy yesterday, and it didn't matter at all. And I just rather always be able to like, retreat into Shivery Chill when I want to, retreat into Mew when I want to. It's like such a bad starter. Like ideally, you already evolve your Friggies by the time they're lost mining you. It might still be worth the spot, honestly. I just like, I know there's quite a few lists from Peoria that were just playing. It was like the list that I base is off of the top 32 list from Peoria, which is playing 360 HP ones. I played a 70 HP one, played about like 20 games with it, never came up. Only in fact was annoying sometimes. I'm just like hoping that, I mean, not necessarily even hope. It's just like, I'm confident that I'll be set up by the time I put into using Lost Mine, so I don't really feel like it's gonna come up that often. I feel like the retreat cost of 1's gonna come up more often than 70 HP. Oh no, Marv cooked you. Getting beat back-to-back rounds by people in chat. So how'd the Kyogre deck go for you, Dom? I know like record-wise, not amazing, but like I didn't run terribly hard against me, but just like in general, did the deck run well? Or I guess like is like not the most consistent way to play LCB. Like only one force heal target, like yeah. Well, yeah, I guess as long as you know that you made a few mistakes and if you can improve upon that, oh, you had to lost someone early. I think you lost on Hisuian as well. Yeah, you really gotta price check with this deck. Yeah, I this is where I'm at with Kyogre Marp. This is like how I've did like you ever miss Roxanne? Did you ever like miss having second recycler? Or did overall the list feel fine? Okay. I think one recycler is like as little as you can get away with. It just makes for so many more tough decisions. So I can understand wanting to put it back in. We start off 2-0, just had a little bit of trouble. I mean, colorless is gonna be a tough matchup. I think, yeah, it's a headache for sure. So now the question is, will you be playing a Kyogre tomorrow? Or even going to the challenge tomorrow? I personally like don't think Raihan would be that strong. I guess like it's probably okay. Alright, you're gonna hit all 3. I'm probably only be the one at the one on Saturday. I'm not too worried about missing challenges this relatively early into the season. Like, hopefully, if I even am getting close to my invite, it's like not coming down to like 10 points. Like, I already have 2 on the best finish limit. Like, just need 4 more for the rest of the year. I finally gotta get that dub though. Like, I've gone like 3-1 like every single time there. Oh, that's pretty good. Do you get the employee discount on the? I mean, yeah, there's like a couple okay players. I mean, like Devin just did really good, but not like a stacked group or anything. I got 16th. Hey, I get 2 packs. Yeah. Well, guess that's it for today, guys. In conclusion, where is it? Chien-Pao. It's been okay. Wait, Chan doesn't play anymore? What happened? Chan was like, how do you go from like super hardcore to like nothing? Dang. Oh, okay. Just, yeah. I get that, I guess. Yeah, like, aside from Zevin, locals isn't super strong. Okay. Alright, well, we can, I'm sure we can break the format on Saturday, so. Yeah, in conclusion, Chien-Pao mid. We'll have to keep working on the list or scrap it entirely. We'll see. But I appreciate you all for showing up, and I'm probably not streaming tomorrow. I'll probably try to get a video out tomorrow. I won't be here on Saturday because I'll be at a league challenge, and then we should have the double stream on us Sunday for your quad vacuum Cena. But I appreciate y'all for showing up. Join the Discord, sub if you're new, and I will see you again real soon.